function at that level. They are really stepping it up and evolving as this tournament, as this weekend progresses.
I'm going to be quite honest. This map actually, is really good for Ronin because you can place a lot of incendiary nades here, and you could toss them into, the nooks and crannies of this map. But also with Fable, if they happen to put down, a heavy weapon such as a boom shot or whatnot, it's going to be hell. It's going to be, in one tight, small area, and it's going to be really interesting to see how that turns out.
They're really good with their weapon control. So yesterday we saw Phelps, he put down a boom shot. They put down a boom shot, and as he's in a fight with two people, he's got boom shot on his back, out of ammo. He wall bounces, picks up the boom, and then dies. So it's on his back, negates it. And that's actually how they ended up winning against Ronin. So my question is, are they going to kind of identify that threat and change their approach?
Yeah, and also bear in mind, too, that Impact was Fable's pick in Game 3 as well, the last time that these two teams met there. So, I'm a little worried about Impact. I'm just going to have to handedly give this over to Fable because they just seem to – this seems to be like a really good comfort pick for this team. Everyone else knows it. That's why they're not playing it against the likes of Ghost Gaming. But
other than the first map, do you think Fable's going to take this matchup again, just like earlier?
I don't know. This is actually kind of tough now. At first I was like going to say, yeah, Ronin riding that momentum off of Optic. I just don't like the fact that they're going to Impact first, so hard to say.
I think that one, it's going to be a little bit of a toss-up. Fable, they're really strong on this map. Ronin, it's how far is that momentum going to carry them? They are. The Ronin that we've seen today, I've never seen before, so I'm optimistic. I'm going to have to say Ronin.
And for the first time in my life, I don't know.
Okay.
These are the only two teams that have beaten Optic in bracket play.
It's insane.
This season. And then you got one team riding off a high, another team coming back for revenge, and like you guys said, Fable already won this map, so to me it's a toss-up. It's like one of those, like I said at last event, it's one of those 51-49 matchups where literally a gust of wind can blow in some.
Where's the 1%?
Most definitely.
1% is probably, I'll go with Ronin.
Okay.
All right, well, I said we go ahead and send things off to the main stage. Ronin against Fable, Golden Boy and PR, take it away.
All right, let's do it. We got the Boricua connection for the loser bracket final.
I love it. I love it.
All right, let's do it. So here we go. It's all going to come down to this. Fable, Ronin, toe-to-toe. Winner takes on Ghost. Fable wants that opportunity to get revenge, but for Ronin going to the grand finals, this would be a massive opportunity for them. And we're talking about it throughout the weekend, and you guys mentioned it quite a bit. You don't see Impact all that much in the Gears of War Pro circuit, but now Fable, they're starting to bust this one out a little bit more and take more advantage of it. Why are they doing this? What's the reason?
Well, in the beginning of last season, the hills were placed a little bit differently. This season, it kind of got updated. The hills have changed, and just teams didn't really like the dynamic of how the map played. To me, it was similar, like a Blood Drive type map from Gears of War 2. I personally didn't like it either. But with this map making it into teams' rotations, I think this is something new. This is something we needed in the scene, especially if you're taking out teams like Optic and Echo. You got to throw those curveballs at them. And Impact is a huge curveball because if you ban a map like Dam or Foundation or something that everyone's used to playing and you throw this map at them, teams won't know how to react.
Well, and a curveball for game number one indeed. As right now, though, no one has really, a solid upper hand. It will be Ronin that does manage to have possession of B and C, but still, though, this is a very early part of the game. Anything can happen as Phelps. He's going to look to push in and challenge now. He's getting crossed, though, so he has to be very wary as he will have some support from his teammates, opting to dip down low, and there you go right there. You have Krez helping him out now. Monkeys is going to be the victim of that one, sweeping right through. Another one popping up from behind, and Deza's able to get that one. Still, though, you just need to wait this one out here as they're currently losing B, and he is going to have some assistance, PR.
You see 4 members of Fable at B trying to anchor it down. Another of Ronin slowly coming in, but they just need to wait. Use their team fire. They do have the angles. That's going to be Dezenot getting one. Monkeys clean up one as well. Ronin does have the advantage in this fight, but that's going to be Krim. Krim trying to save the game right now. He's going to get a kill and stay alive, but how long can this last? He's going right back in, getting another one on Sleeper, so this could be huge. He does have teammates near him. This is an advantage fight for Fable, but they are getting taken out cross by Adverse, and the fight is going to continue. That's Monkeys, the new guy, getting a kill. Chaos, the guy who went off 2 series in a row against Rise and Optic, making a name for himself here in Vegas.
And just monkeys, right? This guy, he was the new pickup. They lost Identities, and that was a big loss for this team, and such a solid player. He's in the grand final, so clearly that was the impact that player brought to the table, so important. But for him to step up here, first event, and mesh with this squad, impressive. And Ronan poised to be able to take round number 1 here. Not if Marsh has anything to say about it, though. Still, the fight is going to ensue over for B as Marsh finds chaos in front of him here. Just need to be wary. They can't get to that 207 point threshold. All they need is just 1, and they're going to opt to just hold off in the home. And that is basically going to do it here. 207, that's all she wrote. Round 1 goes to the number 1 Latin American team here in this international showdown.
So the momentum is, we see it on the main stage. It's continuing. Ronan beating Optic, and now they're continuing that here. You see Chaos standing up, basically hyping his team up, and that's something he's been doing since Season 1 when he got picked up for the first time.
I know, it looked like he was going for a timeout. I don't know if that's a thing. That's what it looked like to me, at least.
I can see how that would be a timeout.
I mean, it was like 1 finger. It's not necessarily how it works. That means something completely different here in the United States. But, we'll move on with our lives with that one. Yes, so it was a timeout. Hey, look at that. It just, hand signals.
But, I mean, starting off the game like that, that's pretty big on Ronan's end. I mean, the fact that they can take the initial like that and pull out a really good starting game, I mean, that says a lot about the future.
All right.
The fact that Ronan's coming in here and they are slaying with Fable and they're winning some of those initials, it's going to be so imperative. It's going to be so important.
So I agree, but on the side of Fable, this could be a blessing in disguise. They lost that first round. It was kind of close near the end. Somebody was trying to make a last-ditch effort. So this is an opportunity for them to correct the mistakes in the first round, get that extra time, because typically you only get 30 seconds, roughly 40 seconds in between rounds. Now you got a little bit of a blessing in your side, and you just fix those small mistakes, whether it be, okay, I just missed a shot, it's not that big of a deal, or maybe it's just a flaw in the strategy. But on the side of Ronan, you don't really have an opportunity to talk because it just looks by these cameras there's a little bit of an audio issue in Chaos headset.
Well, if you're Fable, what do you drop right here in your first round loss? I mean, are you expecting them to drop anything heavy or, so something like a nice support weapon or whatnot?
Usually in the first rounds, you don't want to drop anything heavy, especially if you don't contribute the loss to something big. You know what I mean? Oh, like I said before, if you missed, a typical shot or something, that's when you just throw a side weapon down, a grenade, something small that we can play the round again, and that's when you figure it out. Okay, do you need something big here or something small again? And
how you can adjust the dynamic. I agree. And, this is actually a good opportunity for Fable just to kind of talk about that match, talk about that round. What happened? What were opportunities? Who do we need to contest with? Where do we need to put our focus? Okay, right there we saw that Ronan, they had a better rotation. They came in really strong in the pit. And you know what? They had a cross. That's something we didn't really see a strong cross from Fable. We had Monkeys with the newer addition. He's just laying down that cover fire. And that's a team fire that we're talking about with Ronan.
I was just going to say, I feel Ronan is doing a brilliant job of just allowing Monkeys to do his thing, right? Rather than force a player to play around your style, you just get a guy who you play around him. And for a new guy on the main stage, tackling a squad like Fable once again in a rematch, that is just going to give him all the confidence he needs to go in there, bounce around, do what he needs, and get the slays.
GB, I mean, it's pretty simple. When you have a team that's set up to support you all around the map like Ronan did for Monkeys, I mean, it's pretty easy for that one player to go out and just, get loose. But on Fable's end, talking about this weapon drop, I want to see them drop something to break these setups. Because if you put down an M-bar or a weapon to really stretch the map, you got people like Craze, Krim, or Marsh pick it up and break those setups.
But you also have a player like Chaos.
True. And Chaos against Rise, Chaos took over the game. I've seen a pickup sniper on Forge Blitz up top, gets a shot, rotates it around, and it was just body shot after. He wasn't necessarily getting the headshots, even though he was getting headshots, but body shot after body shot.
Yep.
And I turned to the person next to me. We all see players for the most part. I'm just like, that has to be annoying. Just running around the map, trying to make your plays, and just instantly full red, and you just can't do anything. You just got to sit there and just wait.
I would say 9 out of the 10 shots, most of the shots, 90% of the shots that he threw out led into a kill within moments.
60% of the time it works every time.
Hey, there you go.
So that makes the initial way more important on Fable's end, because since your setups aren't as strong as Ronin so far from what we've seen in this matchup, I mean, you have to win that initial fight. You know, if you kill that one player or two guys, that's going to put everything in your advantage. That's going to make it to where your team can get in position to set up and, you know, actually team fire, because now you're later on in the tournament, you're going to have to evolve now. You're going to have to step your game up, plug your Lancer, and make sure your teammates have easy fights.
I don't think they need anything heavy placed right now. It's just, it's first round. They're going to go in, you know, feel it out. Now, is this a consistent thing where we're consistently losing this fight? Okay, then it's a problem. You know, maybe we'll move out of cockpit. Okay, we'll place a weapon on the other side of the map. We'll draw them out where we can kind of get a little bit more comfortable, because outside of cockpit, that's where Fable, where they really were excelling in those fights.
Well, question, between both teams, I mean, you have phenomenal players, but who is the real X factor in this matchup for both teams?
You know what? Dezo has been phenomenal. That match against Optic Gaming, Dezo absolutely went off. Ronin, I got to go with Dezo.
All right, what about on Fable?
On Fable, I want to say Marsh or Phelpsy, because these two guys time and time again show up when it matters. And not to say anybody else on the team does not, but just every time I'm looking up at the screen, you know, one of those two guys are getting important kills. And I just remember in Mexico when they took out Echo Fox, it was just Marsh doing everything important at the time to make that happen for them.
Now, I don't know if it was because Fable was shook going against Ghost Gaming, but I mean, their aggressive setups, they were a little hesitant. They were passive. Like, there was, you know, an instance in Pistons where they had the boom shot, and they could have pushed home hill, but they were scared to. They were scared to die, you know. And like you said yesterday, you know, scared money, you know, make no money. You know, you're gonna have to make those plays, because that's what makes a difference this late in the tournament.
Especially if you're stepping up and putting those weapons down, like I know Ronin's going to do. I know Fable's going to do it as well. They're not afraid, and that's something in Season 2 that we've seen develop in Season 1. You didn't really see boom shots in Season 1 unless it was like a 6-6 or like a last round of the half. Now, lose a round, boom shot. Lose, you know, 2 round, boom shot is just somewhere instantly. So that takes away the majority of strategy out of the game, and it leads it to raw mechanical skill for the most part.
And that's something that we've seen both of these teams excel. We've got a Latin America team. We also have an EU team. Top three, not just one team other than North American NA team, but European and Latin American, top 3. This is the first ever. And you know, we've seen things that we have never seen before, and it shows that throughout the season, these teams are evolving.
It's just been so impressive, honestly. And you know, you talk about players to look out for. For me, it's actually going to be Crim.
Really?
Because Crim was pretty damn good in that game. Yeah,
it's just like insane.
For me, it's Crim and Monkeys. That's going to be the 2 players that I need to look out for. But now it's time to get back into the action. Here we go. It's the loser bracket final. Winner goes up against Ghost Gaming in our grand finals. International Showdown Part Dos. Numero Dos. That's what I'm going for.
And what do we see? First round,
boom shot.
Fable putting that boom shot down. And like I said, Fable is just so confident in their individual skill that you can take away all the strategy, and they're not afraid to bang with you wherever it may be on the map.
But they did this, though, against Ghost, and they paid for it. Ghost made sure that they were able to push in the pit and challenge them each and every time. So they were never really able to bust out the Nashers, be aggressive. They were actually losing Hydron early in those engagements too. So those are things that they're going to need to look out for. Chaos, though, is going to be the first to fall as he is sent back to the respawn. Phelpsy does get that boom shot. So that works out. All's well that ends well for Fable, because that was the weapon that they put down. Now that they have control, they have that confidence to be able to hang with them in the pit. They just need to make sure that these boom shots connect. And that is going to connect. Dezo is going to fall for that one. And now this is going to mean that Ronin has to kind of turtle up a little bit and wait for the reinforcements. But here comes Fable on the move, PR.
Yep, I see it from both sides. They're sandwiching them in right now. And even if this is 12-second respawn, they're keeping that pressure up, trying to gain an early lead. And this is where they should slay him out yet again. Not necessarily go for the triple cap, even though you can stay in the hill to force them forward. But you just need to make sure that you don't die for this hill, because if you die for this hill, that gives Ronin all the position. But they're not dying for it. They're going to cap it. And there goes Fable striking back, tying it up here 1-1.
That plan worked out. Throw down the boom shot, get in their face, pick it up, and do work. Now it's time to see how Ronin are going to respond here. And And they are going to put the sniper down right away. So long shot immediately. They didn't even wait for the time. They just said, you know, we're going to go for the long shot. And it seems like that's going to go for Chaos.
Usually it is typically Chaos or maybe Sleeper, because Sleeper's really good with the precision weapons, but it shouldn't change the strategy of where the boom shot's placed too much, because that's still the bigger power weapon on the map, and then it might be in a 1v1 somewhere in the middle, or 2v2, something like that.
Why not throw utility down in that situation? Why not send some nades?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Throwing nades, instants, shock, or whatever it may be, because then you can just quickly toss it towards the boom shot. It's going to be Phelpsy actually picking up that boom shot and putting it to use right away, taking out Adverse, missing his second one, but his teammates able to back him up as two more members of Ronin fall, making it a 5v3 for Fable.
Makes you wonder, what was the game plan when they put down the long shot there, because they've not really been able to use it quite at all. Phelpsy is going to pick it up as well. The domination is going to come through. Monkeys needs to make the play happen as he's going to go right into B. Player around the corner. He's going to take some damage though. Sleeper there for the assistance. Now two members of Fable, but there you have it. The European squad just shut them down, and they get control of B. And now all they need to do, go for the domination. So close from being able to make that happen, and Phelpsy has a snipe looking over on C. They have two players here as well. If anyone tried to get a little reckless and poke over the ledge, they're going to be left without a face. And there you have it, Phelpsy. He said, Chaos, go ahead and challenge. I dare you. I'll go ahead and remove your face, remove you from the equation in this moment in time. Domination now, 5 seconds remaining. Can Ronin push in? Can Ronin make it happen? Adverse is going to pop her from behind, able to get the kill onto Craze. Domination one more time, though. Is anyone there to stop it? No. That's going to be 2 in a row for Fable.
That early aggression with the boom shot led to that, and that was actually good, smart plays by Fable. This time, we saw last time they went for that triple cap initially. This time, they got the first 2 kills, and then they pushed up. Since they were already in a pressure setup, it didn't take them long to threaten and eventually get that triple cap.
Once again, Ronin find themselves in a familiar situation, but this time they're going to take a little bit more time with this. And the mark set goes down by parking in hospital, so once again, precision weapons, some support weapons for their teammates, recognizing that maybe they're going to need that help in the pit, long lines of sight to be able to assist them here. But it has been a struggle so far. Ever since the boom shot has been put down, the tone of this matchup has changed significantly, and Ronin just, they don't have an answer, PR. They don't have an answer for Fable.
I almost wanted to see him go for that little node angle in the big window where he could shoot down towards the shot with the Mark there. He's actually going to choose to rotate right away. Mark striking first, taking out Enzo, but Chaos doing what he can to even it up here 4-4. And it does look like Monkeys and the rest of Ronin are going to have control over that boom shot as they pick it up and get 2 more kills. 4 dead on the side of Fable. Crazed all by himself. What is he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to hold off? But Ronin, they didn't even cap their home hill yet, so this isn't going to be a triple cap. This is going to prolong just a little bit longer.
I also like what Craze did there. Instead of trying to just double back over to home, he was just not in a really good spot to do that. And because of the size of the map, he just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and push forward to B. Now though, this is going to lead Adverse to have to deal with 2 members here, and he's able to get the double kill. And the domination comes in because Hydrone couldn't get in time. Now we're all knotted up 2-2. And that was a heads-up play by Craze, but they were able to just remove him immediately. And now, knotted up yet again, PR.
I felt like we're just watching a textbook team play Gears of War, even though we're seeing some shotgun kills and things like that, but nothing is flashy, nothing is prolonged. Teams are just winning their first fight and then pressure setting straight forward, and they're not overextending or staying there too long to where they get wiped and the other team has a chance. They're making sure they get the next round of reslays or get the next position to cross them out so they can't move forward out of spawn. Both teams are doing a good job of this.
This is exactly how it was the last time these two teams faced off against each other. It was mind games. There was a lot of respect, and while there's a lot of toys on the map to mess around with, still it was a matter of just Ronin and Fable recognizing that at any given time one of them were going to get the better of the other. It's just been such a great matchup thus far, and do have Crim getting a kill onto Dezo. Now the odds are going to be in the favor of Fable here as they take out a few more members of Ronin. Now the push begins over at the home. It's going to have to force back Monkeys here all by himself as he rotates over to B. No one has capped anything quite yet, but it's just more or less just been about the slays. Getting the slays and starting it. Now you're going to see that cap come through. He's going to be exposed in the middle, wide open, and there's not much he could really do in that moment, but He tried his absolute best. Unfortunately for him, that's going to be met with a demise there from Dezenite, as now they look to set their sights and reclaim map control.
I don't agree with Hydra on what he just did right there. That's not worth it to die there. You want to be able to set up, catch him off spawn, because you know you already have the map position, so just set up and let them come to you. But instead, you know, he overstays on the homeland, just like I talked about, and died for it. If you look at the sniper and the boom shot in the hands of Phelps, he's
little T2 combo in Gears of War.
Combo, exactly, and that, but he's going to get pushed. Oh my God! Phelpsy putting on a show early on.
He has a family.
Not anymore.
My word. My word. We have to move on with our lives here, folks. We have to just move on with our lives. No! Phelpsy's living in the moment.
I think I called it. Marsh or Phelpsy, right? I meant to say Phelpsy.
Yeah, sure. Phelpsy. My lord.
Going for that
What
triple
is
cap
this?
now with these headshots that he's doing. He's stunned right now, but they are threatening with the triple cap. 40-point lead, so they don't need to necessarily die for this. Like I talked about, you get that next round of reslays.
Hydro
getting 2, Gran getting 1, and they're threatening with the triple cap. Only one person's able to touch it. That's already Monkeys. He does get the reset, but that's all up to Adverse. I don't think there's enough time, so this round is going to go for Fable 3-2, but Phelpsy, the man.
You can't do it like that, okay? You know, yes, it's an M-rated game, but sometimes you can take it a little too far. And that's exactly what happened. I need a shower after that one.
That was too dirty.
I need to bathe. I need some soap. Do you have soap?
I think so.
You have some deodorant cleaner? Because that's your name? Give me a bath. Wrong cleaner? Okay, never mind. I really wanted a bath because that was just filthy. Okay, here we go. We got to move forward here, people. We got to regain ourselves. We look forward in this matchup. Fable's up 3-2. Have to put in the dirty on Ronin. Marks is down. They denied cockpit there as well. You got Incense. Also, boom shots out. So they took out the boom shot and put the Incense in there. So that's going to try and throw them off a little bit and maybe mix things up.
Which is a smart play. They're not winning that fight. You saw the second round going on the side of Fable. The Chaos finally getting first man on the side of Ronin. This is the first time we've seen it in a few rounds. So good job by them, and they're trying to angle him out right now as another player goes down. But Grim getting that instant on Dezenite. Chain revives coming out between Crim and Phelpsy, and Crim coming up huge, taking out Monksy. He's saving his teammate right here. And now it's going to be all up to Chaos and Sleeper to try and hold their defense here. Chaos is put full red, and the sniper is in the hands of Phelpsy again.
That was some solid crossing from Ronin, but just not enough in that moment. They were really peppering them with shots. Phelpsy, though, with the sniper. PR, you called it, quote unquote, that he's going to be the guy to look out for with this long shot. And I think this is, I think we're in for another treat here potentially if it's anything like we saw in round number 5 that led to that third round victory for them. Phelpsy, though, around the corner. Knows that player's going to be hanging around the tires. And there you go. He's going to have a teammate there for support. Now that's going to put him in a really bad spot, though. Monkey's got that headshot onto Marsh. Is it going to be enough to kind of turn the tides as Chaos gets a kill onto Crim? And Phelpsy, wisely enough, backing away. He has the long shot. He could do damage from afar. He does not need to bother himself with continuing on a fight that just won't go in his favor.
With the score relatively close, beat for the most part, map position. Instants are about to be up in roughly 5 seconds. I would like to see Fable go over to some instants and grab them, and you can use those instants to keep the next sniper away because the sniper is up to 25 seconds. So you use the 2 power weapons that you can potentially have to get the third, and then map control, and then move forward from there.
Well, let's see if that's their game plan. They make it happen. Phelpsy still hasn't really found anything with this one. Hydron does get the instance. There you go. Nice clean shot onto Chaos as he just had no idea where that player was going to be coming from, but he made his presence felt, Phelpsy. Phelpsy made his presence, Phelpsy. Hey, you like that? I'm proud of myself for that one. Please don't fire me, Coalition.
Eventually, Ronin would have an opportunity to win off one as long as that team gets decapped. New sniper is up, and Dezenite trying to defend his home with all of his might right now. He's chasing the member of Fable off.
He's thirsty.
It's a Hydron. He's actually chasing. He does have extra cross from up top as well, but he's not really executing in that shotgun fight just yet. He's taking too long. He's going to be able to escape. Like I said, sniper is up, so he's going to be able to grab it.
Dezo wasn't able to get that kill earlier. He's still thirsty. But never mind. He's going to have to go on and not get a drink of water today.
I
Back
believe
to the spawn.
Phelpsy grabbed an extra snipe ammo on that weapon. weapon pickup. But 30 seconds, instance coming up again. If you look at the score, it's rather close. I do believe Fable can come back here too. They just need to hold it off uncontested and not die in the random spots. That's the big thing for most Gears of War teams. They just end up dying when they don't have to, especially for position that doesn't matter.
Well, here we go, the final moments now. Fable looking to gain back. Sleeper, though, gets the kill on the mark. Now they're going to get the domination. Is the player going to be able to move in there for the denial? Yes, they make it happen, though. 3 members now actually swarming around the point. But Ronin are losing players like flies. Desonai, though, comes out with a double, and an adverse answers right back. They're not gaining any points, so while all that was going on, they ended up losing out on their home, and now they have to make moves, but they can't do it quick enough, and that is going to be Fable getting another round win, 4-2.
Into the half, man. That is a momentum killer from Ronin coming off of that hot win from the match prior. But on the side of Fable doing everything right, they're winning their individual battles, and they're making sure that even though they're shoddy aggressive and wolfpacking, they're doing it as a team with a little bit of Lancer fire here and there. So we're going to go into the half. Everything is wiped off the map. Respawns are reset to 10 seconds, but the strategy is going to be very, very similar.
When we started this round off, Ronin got the first point. That should tell you something here. Ronin feels perhaps a little confident when they don't have to worry about the power weapons. Ever since the power weapons like the boom shot were introduced, that's when Ronin started to struggle. Surely though, Hydro is going to be on the prowl. He's able to get the headshot there onto Dezo. Looking around for his next victim. Can he find it though? He's just supporting his squad, and look at that, man. Just, you know, getting good movement around the map, busting out the Lancer, assisting his teammates, staying alive. That is just some beautiful play there from Hydro. A guy you always see push in there, and especially in that Ghost matchup, dying so early so many times. He's just letting his teammates get those kills, and he's supporting them beautifully. Push starts to come through, though. Sleeper now onto Marsh, and he has 2 members down. And this is just going to be a pickup party. They have to be so careful here. So many guys are going to be down presently. Finally getting back up. Now, though, Hydron on to kill with Chaos. Can he follow up with another one? Yes, he can onto Sleeper, but he can't get the third. But it's okay. The damage was done.
Yeah, Hydron getting behind the enemy team as during that, like you said, pickup party. He's able to get one. He was taken out right after, but it opened the door for Fable to continue what they're doing. But Adverse taking out Krim with a flank, and he's going to continue to move up. And eventually, I do think he's going to go back for B, but he's going to try a little bit of Secret Man. Hydro sees him coming, gets it full red. Adverse puts himself in a bad spot, able to get it down, not able to clean it up. So good teamwork by Fable, and actually, Des and I tried to save him. You got to know when to just let your teammate die and move around the map and set up for what the next play is going to be.
Yeah, they just put too much into that. Now end up losing 2 players. And they already had control as well. They had D, they had E Fable, so that was just an investment that went sour. Now let's see, though, how Ronin are going to figure out to recoup, get in this game. Once again, the crosses come through for Ronin. Just supporting one another. The push starts to happen. Dezo's able to get the first kill onto Hydro. Here comes the flank, though. Chaos, you got to follow it up. Yes, she's able to do so. Phelps, he's going to be out of this one. And now the push starts to happen. They get E. They start to get that control. They start to put the punishment down onto Fable. Only 1 left remaining. 1 spot left to gain. All they need is to hold down this 1 spot, and they could win this one out. But the pressure's starting to come through for Ronin, and now that flip's going to take place. Phelpsy, he's going to be in the middle. He's able to get the kill onto Monkey. Marsh now for the support. Chaos with the follow-up. Marsh takes out Sleeper. Chaos by himself. Can he make it happen? No, he cannot. He cannot make it happen.
You got to know when to just play for tabs. You don't have to necessarily go in and break it. You had plenty of time, but you see the members of Ronin being taken out. And with nobody in position to even be near that hill, that's going to be another round for Fable. 5-2 over Ronin, and they're making a statement here in our losers bracket finals.
Multiple rounds in a row here for the European team as they go up 5-2. 3 rounds in a row, as a matter of fact. Ronin have had some glimpses of hope. Glimpses. But in the eyes, or in the hands, excuse me, I don't know where I was saying eyes from, but in the hands of Fable, they have been crushed each and every time. Maybe eyes, maybe, I don't know.
I don't disagree with this one in Fable. They instead of throwing that boom shot over on towards east side, they threw it on where B hill would typically be inside of the cockpit, and that's going to force a different style of fight to where you're going to have a guy being able to sit in the window, and that's going to usually be Sleeper, especially if you put a marksman down for him, and that's going to allow him to possibly take over the game and let Desanide and Chaos do exactly whatever they want.
Boom shots down. How does this play out? Try and go for that box fight there. Dezo's going to wisely back away, throw down a smoke, and just see if they could sniff him out here. Oh, but he's going to eat a lot of that. Phelpsy takes out Monkeys. Dezo still tucked in the corner, and that's just going to be easy pickings there for March. And now they get the boom shot, and the March goes forward. They get the kills. It's going in their favor. This has been a solid start for a European team as a #1 Latin American team, despite having that boom shot. And I think he was not able to. I think he used the last shot there, so that's going to do it. So boom shot's out, but still though, now it's time to get that positioning PR.
Exactly that right now. Nobody has capped E. The first points are going to go on the board of Fable. This is all about rotations I've seen so far and how they react to everything. As you see Desanide kind of all by himself, at least in the physical fight against Phelpsy. Nobody from Fable actually even helping him. Sleeper's going to put down some good fire. Desanide going to be able to get one. He's going to finally get taken down, but Marsh was down as well. Ronan, I felt like they needed another body down there with them. Desanide was taken out, and there was really no physical help. As you see more fights going down, Sleeper taking out Craze, and this is where they're finally together, but they don't have any positioning now. So they did all that fighting and gained nothing out of it.
Yeah, just so much put into that engagement. Just weren't able to find what they needed. They have to invest more, send more bodies. Fable, though, they're looking to dominate this one in just a little bit. And there you have Monkeys and Chaos back to respawn. Marsh, though, will be the victim of Desanide, but it won't really matter because they get the kills there. Sleeper's still staying alive, trying to box it out with Craze, but he needs to push in. He needs to make something happen, and he's able to do so. That is going to put them right back into this fight.
Sleeper just completely embarrassing Craze right there, pushing into him, taking him with an up A on the other side of the map. Monkeys continuing his onslaught. He takes out Phelpsy. The aggression of Ronan is beginning to add up right now, but is it a momentum shift? I don't think just yet. I think they need to do a little bit more, especially with the next boom shot coming up rather soon. This is where both teams are going to pile up. Ronan does have the position advantage, but if Fable are coming off the spawn, they can have well-placed smokes and eventually push him out of table and take over that side of the map. But it's going to be Desanide throwing that smoke. The boom shot is up. He's unable to get that quick pick, but this gives an opportunity for Fable to push out. Desanide getting that kill on Hydrone, and now Fable knows they need to contest that boom shot. They can't give him a quick pick. A second kill for Desanide and a third for Monkeys. They do win this one as Desanide getting a 3-piece. Last member up is Phelpsy. That's 5 dead. Boom shot in the hands of Desanide. This is their opportunity to triple cap right here. Hydrone,
what a run.
The only member up. I don't think he's going to make it, so 3-2, Ronan slowly climbing back.
That was a great run, PR, and you called it, right? They wanted to get those smokes in better places, but they just weren't able to do so in time. They threw down their own smokes, Ronan, and because of that, just forced everyone back in that fight. So now here we go. Ronan have 3 points, not out of it yet, not by a long shot. What are Fable going to do? What is Fable going to do? So the incendiaries in the middle will really disrupt that fight at cockpit, and that's just going to make it very fun for us as we get ready for our next round.
It's going to change up the strategy just a little bit. I do like that from the side of Fable. Trying to take over the game, exactly that. So if you win that middle fight, even if you don't win boom, you throw the instant on boom, they can't even pick it up. But you still got to watch out for the quick pick opportunity that both teams have.
Oh boy, what a game this has been so far. If you're just joining us, this is the loser bracket final here. International Showdown Part 2 between Fable and Ronan. The #1 Latin American team, Ronan, versus the #1 European team. Fable coming off of a loss against Ghost. Meanwhile, Ronan, huge victory against 5-time champions Optic Gaming. And now you're starting to see, as the red team, Fable completely push Ronan out, forcing them into an uncomfortable position. And they're just going to clear it out. They're going to get possession of the home of Ronan, and now look to Lancer them down as they try and push forward here.
It seems like a meltdown from Ronan so far. Fable's just doing everything right, taking control of the game. No matter what weapon Ronan puts down, they just cover it really well as Fable gets another round. Now they're on map point. You know, Ronan needs to wake up. How do you beat the 5-time champions, and then you're here against Fable, a team that also beat the 5-time champions, actually?
Nothing makes sense anymore.
It's just what I said, you know, 41 or 49-51 matchup. It can go either way. You've seen it here, but Fable, that 51% taking over the game. Now it's up to Ronan. I want to see them drop that Marksa. You know Sleeper is really good with the Marksa. He can take over the game. I want to see them do Ronan placements and not fall into Fable's game.
What's the weapon going to be? Game point for Fable. After a crushing defeat against Ghost, to bounce back like this after Ronan just eliminated the 5-time champions in Optic Gaming. Huge opportunity for this European team.
So the Marksa is down. I would like to see Sleeper pick up that Marksa and put it to use in the window right away. I know this guy, when the Marksa used a headshot, Sleeper would get headshots from across the map on maps like a claim. And there you go. He is forward, quickly putting it to use just like I said, but nobody's able to clean it up. And that's a second opportunity. Boomshot was killed, but it is open for the grabbing as Adver is trying to do what he can to stop that from happening. More Marksa fire coming down. He's doing what he can. He gets another down with that Marksa. Like I said, Sleeper's going to do everything he can to take over the game. Boomshot still not in play. Crazed versus Sleeper, and Dezenite is coming off a respawn quickly, so all he needs to do is push him out, allow Dezenite to come up behind him, and they can get that boom shot right afterwards, and they're going to kill Craze and get the hands on that boom shot, and it's going to be in the hands of Monkeys.
You little wizard. PR, you called it. You said that's what you wanted to see, and your wish was cleaner's demand. That was was it? Clean. I don't know. Your wish was your command. There you go. That was the phrase. I'm exhausted here. You know, I'm old. But anyway, this has just been a clinic in what I love about Gears of War is that you can see these plays. You know, it is an incredibly complex game, but simplistic in its execution, and those moments, especially when you see the Marksa plays come out, getting the overhead, getting the angles, and the way that, you know, in theory, it's like so simplistic, it's so easy, but to execute it, very challenging. Because of Boomshot, you just don't want to get a little too reckless with that one, and wisely enough, saving that out, and that requires a lot of trust in your teammate, too, in that situation, to be able to clutch out and not invest a Boomshot into that. And there, gotta be careful, you can get dominated here. Marsh is going to go down, 5 seconds remaining, and no one is going to be in a position to stop it. Boomshot's going to take care of that one. Now we're at 6-4. Ronan answer back, getting their 4th point here, but still an uphill battle if they want to take game 1.
You know, in that Marksa placement from Ronan, it was their last placement if they wanted to win the round. And if there's any placement that I would like to see from that, it was exactly that. You know, they don't have to worry about anything else because the map was already built, and that Marksa placement just was the nail in the coffin. That was the icing on the cake, whatever you want to call it. And Sleeper, I expect him to pick it up almost every round and put it to use over at E. You know, you're typically going to see a 1v1 for those nades, so our action is still going to go over towards that boom shot. But Hydrone, 25 kills for Fable. He's putting on a show, but can they close it out?
Eyes will be on Sleeper once again because of how he played out the last round. Overhead, the angles, the assistance. This is going to be a telling situation, to say the least.
Fable actually learning from the round prior. They do get the boom shot, but once again, Sleeper, like I said, no one's going to be able to escape that mark, so that's going to be 3 dead for Fable, as it's 2. Are they going to be able to get the 3rd one? Oh no! Hydrone actually got out with a boom shot. I didn't even see him get the triple kill. Hydrone taking over the game. I just said he had 25 kills. With those 3 kills, he's now at 28. And with these long respawns, it's an opportunity to Fable to close out map number 1.
The plays from Hydrone, saving them in that moment. Just, you know, if they would have continued on in that path, it would have been domination potentially for Ronan, and we could have been looking at 6-5, but Hydrone coming up clutch. He has been a dominant slayer in this game thus far. Now they just got to regroup, think about how they want to approach this. They're not out of this at all. The game is so early here. What a moment.
Yep, but you see it's going to slow down just a little bit. No weapons are respawning for about a minute, minute 15, depending on which weapon you're talking about. It's going to be up to Fable to make the move. I do expect them, or I would like them to, you know, take their time. Take your time on this. You have an opportunity to set up for the next boom shot or at least make the same push that we saw a couple rounds prior. It didn't work before, but that's your best opportunity here, especially since Ronin already has everything set up. They have Marxas and everything in their control, and I do believe that's going to be Sleeper or somebody else on the side picking up the Marxa again. And this is what you don't want if you're Fable. So if you do somehow lose this round, the first thing I'm looking at to do is taking off that Marxa.
It has certainly been a difference maker for Ronin, who are very close, inching their way back into this game. That weapon, the Marxa, has been the difference maker here. Things have slowed down, and perhaps you're right again, PR. They're just going to wait it out. They do get the kill on Adverse, so they're left with a man advantage now for Fable. They're just trying to get these angles, trying to get the kills. Here comes the challenge, though. Hydrone, once again, can he be the superstar? He tries to get a little reckless, and he's going to pay for that one as he goes down. And he had boom shot. Ended up, I think he ended up just dying with that one. Phelpsy did get the boom shot for Fable in turn. So they give up boom, Ronin. But still, though, forcing them back. Phelpsy's so weak. He's going to use it. Ends up getting baited to use that boom shot. Losing out on that very valuable weapon.
And with nades up as well, 160 and counting. Ronin actually, I thought they were to sneak that one. Phelpsy using a second boom. I actually don't mind Dez and I dying like that. It's what, 14-second respawns here on the half. You make them waste that second boom. You have an opportunity to get grenades. Exactly. So everything's going in your favor. You just got to make sure you don't get wiped and don't allow them to decap your hill for free.
All you need is one. They are going to lose F, though. They're just going to wait. Make the move. The grenades start to come through, and there goes Hydrone. He's out of this one. Adverse is going to drop back, but they should be able to get F. And look at that, though. The nade once again. Crazy and Phelpsy are out of this. Adverse in a fight down by E with Crim, and it doesn't really matter because they have F. All they needed was one hill, and they got it. That's going to be 2 in a row for Ronin.
Dezenite and Sleeper taking over this game. You know, we thought it was going to be, or I thought it was going to be chaos a little bit. I know Cleaner mentioned Dezenite, but Sleeper showing up with that marksman placement. But now, Fable, they got an opportunity to take it out, but they're actually looking over changing where that boom shot would be and forcing more of standard gameplay. But as long as Sleeper can just put those early shots down on anybody leaving that blood drive or hospital area, that's what's going to make the difference, because I don't see anybody on the side of Fable that can use it at the caliber in which Sleeper 17 kills, 17 downs.
Yeah, but remember, a lot of those came from Fable pushing up and being caught by that boom shot. So it wasn't necessarily, I agree with that decision, maybe not removing the Marxa, because now they kind of, as you mentioned, they nullify it and things kind of go back into a standard play here. They're not going to lose players early. They're not going to get down early in the initial engagement. So this is the opportunity Fable was looking for. They are game point here, people, but Ronin, they're riding a wave of momentum based off of what we've seen from Sleeper and that weapon right there, the Marxa.
Yeah, you know, Ronin actually ran the trick shot. You never really see 3 to E, and they actually did that, trying to take the side. Adverse overstaying his welcome, getting taken out by Craze. This is roughly 20-second respawn, so every death is huge. You need to treat this like an execution game type that we've seen in past Gears of Wars, where your life matters so much. I know you can respawn, but more than likely, if you die, it's going to be, 20 seconds. That's an eternity in Gears of War time.
Just look at that. Crazed with the Marxa now. He's just trying to make good use of that. Recognizing that it's been just hurting him so much in this game.
Got the down on one, able to clean it up as well.
Sleeper
getting the down. He's actually going to read down. Yep,
that,
told you. He's going to read down them. Like I said, I'm hyping up this kid so much because I've never seen him use it, or never seen anyone use it at the caliber that he does. I'm not saying that he can only use that weapon, but he just shines so much. You know, and I like to see it right now. And anybody fighting that middle, you know, I would tell Fable not to fight there. Try to draw them inward or cut towards the B side and then fight there. But if you stay in the open where Sleeper can angle you out, you're just going to continue to get down.
Well, while all that was going on, Fable were able to get E. So they have the better portion of the objective in this map. A man down, though. You mentioned it before, how long that respawn is. Every life matters as you get into these later rounds. Chaos is going to go charging right in, finding Craze in front of him. Through the smoke? No, he's not going to get the kill. He's just going to have to back up, and it's going to force him away from that advantageous position for the time being.
was Designated with the incense in hand. Fragging it, they're about to come up in like 5 seconds, but it is Ronin trying to make sure that Fable doesn't have 2 hills. So they're threatening their home though. That's a 3v3 about to go now. Actually, a 4v3 in favor of, and you know, as I say that, another player rotating over. Phelpsy with the nade. This could be a huge opportunity to Phelpsy if Ronin continues to swarm in towards F, which they're not, but you could fall through that window and get a multi-kill if possible.
Such a close game here. Fable are a game point. Ronin so close from tying this back up in game number 1. Can they do it? Can the Cinderella story continue? Really a Cinderella story for both of these teams here in Las Vegas, taking a gamble.
Designated taken out. It's a bad time to die. If you look at the score, oh boy, it's rather close. You want to make sure you keep all your team up. That way you can defend a push. And it does look like, we're trying to see the score. I know 1-7, 190, you win off 1. If you look at that, Fable is going to be able to come back with 2. As long as it's uncapped, that's great plays by Ronin to decap E. And they don't have to cap it. They just need to keep it decapped for just a little while longer. D is being decapped as well. F is, Fable's the only one getting points. Are they going to be able to close it out? 5 dead for Ronin. Fable take map number 1.
The domination comes through, and Fable, after a grueling game 1, losing 2 in a row there at the end, managed to edge them out.
I mean, I just have to say it. That was individual domination, okay? If I'm on Ronin's end and I'm their coach, if I see a 1v1 coming, I'm going to tell my teammate to get out of here because that's what Fable did best. Whenever they got into a 1v1 fight, they won. And Ronin, they did well when they, used their numbers and team shooting and also the marks there. And that's what they really need to start using heading into map 2.
Sleeping on Sleeper.
Yeah.
Sleeper, yeah, absolutely
phenomenal.
coming out. I mean, rating it at 10 right now on that support. The marks are downing 2 individuals. That's no easy feat. And then just keeping them down. The only reason why they were able to get away is because he simply ran out of ammo.
Yep, I agree with that. And that one round where Hydron was able to sneak out with the boom shot. He was the first one down. His teammate went for the revive. He got downed as well, but I guess there was a revive that I didn't even see myself, and he comes up clutch, getting 2 kills with that boom shot to defend the rest of that round. Who knows, if they win that round, could have been a momentum shift for Ronin.
Oh, that was a big triple kill that he had, but another momentum shift that I saw was when Phelpsy had the double headshot with the sniper. I mean, when you have players like that on your team that specialize in weapons like, the marks and the sniper, you're going to have to put it in their hands. You're going to have to make pushes to make sure that those players acquire those weapons to put your team on top.
I mean, this game,
it was phenomenal, man.
This has been fun to come back and cast. I'm actually having a damn good time here. When you see plays like that, when you see Phelpsy just taking faces, and it's not the flashiest thing, but
they're flashy as hell.
Sleeper's Marksa play, I love that kind of stuff. That's that's like bread and butter almost.
If
right?
I'm a Slayer
it's
and
so
I'm going,
delicious when it happens.
It is, and it's a confidence boost for your Slayers because you're going to have Dezo, you're going to have Chaos running in there knowing that Sleeper's going to have their back with that Marksa. He's going to put in those few shots, and then Chaos and Dezo, they can go forward and they can capitalize it, either get the kill or get the down. It's just that little bit of damage that is going to give them that edge. Fable, you saw it, they just have a little bit of better rotations and map control. Fable, they're strong. They're extremely strong on impact. We thought maybe Ronin, they were going to bring a little bit of momentum into this match. It wasn't the case. And Fable dropping that boom shot the very first round.
Speaking of maps that Fable is strong at, if we're looking at our next maps coming up, we're playing on Dam, okay? And we've seen Fable play on Dam almost this whole tournament because what they like to do is they like to put down the heavy power weapons and also the frag grenades in the middle on the plat, and they take advantage of that. They love those big group fights. So the question is Ronin going to go ahead and counter that? Because last time they played on that map, it was a big chess game. It was a game of strategy, like Golden Boy said, where you saw, utility weapons, you saw boom shots. But the question is, how are they going to handle that initial fight?
Yeah, I just do want to say, though, I kind of call Fable to win game 1.
Yeah.
I did. I'm on fire. I just want to throw it out there. I'm on fire.
I feel like Ronin's problem was they put themselves too deep in a hole. As you saw them start to make that comeback little by little, but you can't allow that to happen this late in the game. Losing early rounds, potentially that you shouldn't have as well. It could go back and forth. Fable did a good job of closing out those rounds, not saying anything like that. But when you have an opportunity to win these rounds, you got to be able to close it out. Especially when the winner of this has to 2 series against Ghost.
I don't have a problem with how Ronin, played that map because the thing is they learned later on because at first, Fable was running through them, but Ronin started to learn, what they needed to use. They needed to drop down the marks. They had to learn to play as a team. They had to stop pushing 1v1s, but the weapon drops were the most important thing.
That was the next level. That's where it turned into that chess match again. Taking out that boom shot, repositioning the incense, playing their strengths. And you saw them kind of come back round after round. So things like that, properly utilizing the map and those weapon placements and the Marxa, and utilizing Sleeper to his full potential with that Marxa, absolutely incredible. That's what I think. That's what I'm expecting from this next matchup.
Yes, congratulations to Fable for winning map 1. We're going to head over to map 2 after this short video about Fable.
The best thing about being in Fable is with the team. What makes our team special is how well we can come together and keep the same hype, keep the same gameplay, and constantly improving ourselves every day. If Fable was to take home a trophy, I definitely feel EU teams will get more driven into the community and get more players into the community and experience what we experience and have a good time. Fable is determined to win this event.
And you know what? This is going to be pretty tough because you've got Ronin. They actually took out Optic on Dam. Now, Fable coming in, Dam is one of their stronger maps. They've proved that they can slay. They have the rotations. They have the teamwork. It's going to be a toss-up. Predictions, guys?
I'm going to have to change my vote. I'm going to be on the Fable hype train for the rest of this match.
After witnessing what we just saw.
You know, I'm going to
you've been
go
right.
against the grain.
You've been right so far, though, man.
I'm gonna go for Ronin. I think we're gonna see game 3.
All right, so we just traded predictions here.
We did trade.
All right, now since you guys are trading, I'm gonna have to remain consistent. So that means I'm gonna have to stick with my prediction of Ronin.
Okay.
I really like Ronin heading into map 2. Okay, I'm really a fan of Fable on Dam, but from what I've seen from Ronin, they're learning. So you know, they beat Optic game. Okay, they lost against Fable in the past, but this team is different now. Okay, the only thing that we need to see from them is their initial fights. They can't push those 1v1s. They're going to have to utilize their numbers, which I want to see them abuse Hydro. And I hope they were taking a look at how Ghost handled that and apply that in order to be successful on this map.
I will say this. In the Ronin and Optic match on Dam, that's something that we did see a little bit more of. That was it was impressive. You see them escalating and elevating their gameplay and manipulating their strategies and kind of adjusting it, making adjustments on the fly, and kind of being proactive as opposed to reactive at times with the setups. So they're able to read this setup and kind of counter it.
And also another thing I want to point out too, reason why I felt like Fable were going to win Impact was simply because they won it before, right? They won Impact before. They beat Ronin. Ronin just could not seem to figure that out. It just was a map that they were not comfortable with. But now they're going to head to their comfort zone in Dam after just defeating Optic on here. I have to echo the sentiments of you, Cleaner. It just makes sense that on paper, Ronin should be able to win this. But you guys have all, and this is a big but, you guys have all been saying it comes down to those initial engagements of shotgun battles. If Fable continue to have their way like this, putting down the boom shot early, getting nice and aggressive in the pit, that is just going to be, this is going to spell doom for Ronin early on in this game.
One thing I want to see Fable do, okay, I want to see him throw the boom shot down in, you know, the typical area. But if Ronin starts coming back and puts down frags or incendiary grenades, I want to see them block that out. I want to see them really force the fight to where they know they can win it.
If the fight goes to pit, Fable has the edge, I think.
You know, one thing, and my reason for picking Fable is you guys say Ronin beat Optic. You know, Fable did it twice in a row in 2 different events.
I mean, I'm just saying.
On this map.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know, and to me, it's just going to,
like
you said, though, it's just going to come down to those individual fights and who's winning them. You know, if Fable comes out hot with that boom shot placement, I see them, you know, steamrolling the rest of the round. But if Ronin can have a good defense, they have a chance as well.
Oh, most definitely. We're heading off to map number 2 on Dam. Fable against Ronin, PR, and Golden Boy. Take it away.
All right, let's get into this. Come on, crowd. Let's liven up. Let's make some noise. Let's you know, liven up here in Las Vegas. I get it. Everyone went out. You know, they had couple drinks, maybe played on the roulette table, maybe play some blackjack, but it's time for some Gears of War. It's time for some Gears. Let's get into this. These two teams trying to box each other out in the pit, but now this fight's going to begin, and we're in the action, PR, and it seems as if things are going to just slow down. Oh, never mind. I was going to say things were going to slow down, but we were on that wrong person because Adverse just went in there and bodied Crim, having to start giving them that man advantage early on.
Yeah, Ronin actually threw a trick shot that you don't normally see. They do it in the first round. Typically, you only see one go out wide towards flat side. They sent 2 people out wide. Didn't send anybody babies test, and that's how they were able to get that kill so early on. You see Desmond and another member trying to stay alive. Sleeper was able to get a kill on Craze. Desmond going down to Phelpsy. So Fable fighting back as Crim also gets a kill of his own. So it's all tied up here 3-3 for a moment as 2 members of Fable are spawning up. They're going to be able to rotate over, so they need to clean up this fight here early on. Pelty missing a quick flank shot, missing 2 shots, but able to clean it up with a third. But you got to make sure you're hitting your shots when it matters. That's a nice double kill from Phelpsy, and this is what I mean, Fable coming out strong from the gate.
Fable immediately letting their presence be felt despite losing someone early. This has been a you know, a close opening between these 2 teams. And things kind of slow down here. I guess some crosses, support one another. Here's Marsh from the mid, from the platform. The player's going to creep up on him though. Get right on top of that ledge, and that's going to be Dezo with the headshot on to Marsh. And now he's going to claim that spot. He's going to try and support his squad mates, but recognizing and hearing that there was a player on the flank, so he just needs to be very wary. That was going to be Craze, and Dezo does see him here, and he's going to charge straight forward. Player, oh, Craze comes around. He thought Craze pushed up even more so, but instead double back came around to support his teammate. Hydrone with the kill onto Sleeper. Hydrone's going to be very weak and needs to be cautious, and that is why, because Adverse met him with the Nasher right in front. Little right-hand advantage if anyone tries to challenge. They know that. They're going to play it out, and oh my goodness gracious.
I almost thought Adverse was going to be able to get away with that
kill
right there. It would have been exciting to see, but it does look like Fable is going to be able to recap that hill. They're going to be able to win off one. They don't even necessarily need to cap B. They have the position. They know Ronan needs to get the break as Adverse is put full red, finally taken down by Craze. Fable looks like they're going to win the position here, but Sleeper says, not on my watch, as he takes out Phelpsy. Craze going for a flank. He needs to hit it. Yes, he does. And he goes again, gets another one. 2 kills for Craze. That's 3, Crim. You know, you got to let your teammate get that one just for excitement factor.
Just for the montage, bro. Come on.
Exactly. He would have clipped that right there on the spot. It would have looked cool in his montage later on. So we blame Crim for that one.
Would have had some like edgy Linkin Park music. I don't know what the British like to do in their montage. Maybe some Beatles. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, so here we go. First round going to Fable. If it keeps on like this, and indeed it will. Crim with the double kill. And there you have it. Round 1 to the European squad. Continuing on their march of domination. The story continues.
First thing I do is drop a Marxa. Don't allow Fable to block that spot off. You already know Fable is more than likely going to place a boom. So if you want the boom there, just place the boom there, or just, you know, eventually that will be placed if you continue to win. But Fable knows that Sleeper is so good with this weapon.
You are a tiny Nostradamus. Okay, that's what you are. PR.
I'm not too tiny, you know. I plan on growing later on.
You are a miniature Nostradamus. You're a pocket-sized predictor. That's what you are. A PR, the pocket-sized predictor. He threw. He said it. It's going to be the Marxa. We got the Marxas here.
But another
good call.
Like strategies coming out from Ronan. They're sending people out wide again, so they're trusting Sleeper to put that Marxa to use. And the way he's been doing it, I trust him too.
I agree. Let him do his work. Let him get to work. It's time to check in.
Trying to smoke out his vision. They probably know he's there. He's being tapped up, but if you play this game enough, you know there's that line of sight where even if it's smoked, you can hit him exactly that. Marsh is going to go down, possibly Mark as well. Ronan going for their push to retake B. Monkey the Sleeper putting that support fire down. And this is where some members of Fable need to know. You don't die for B, but that's another down coming out on the side. That's 2 downs from Sleeper. So he's not doing the flashy shotgun kills, but he's the reason these kills are being picked up by Ronan.
It's business time. He's got his business socks on. Sleeper is on the prowl. I love what I'm seeing here, forcing him back. And this is a huge potential opportunity. There was, I believe, one player actually pushing up. That is going to be Hydron, causing a little bit of a ruckus inside of the home of Ronan as we zip into the action now. Can he come through? He's able to find one onto Monkeys, but finally will be downed by Sleeper, who's been just so good this match.
It's a good trade, especially when the rest of your team is already pushing up on the map. That's going to give them control of B. Even though A is being decapped, B is going to go in favor, so they're still going to have 2 hills and an opportunity to set up. It's going to be up to Ronan here to make some sort of a push, but I want to see them try and bait out shots for Sleeper again, because right now you're just pushed up all by yourself, and this is what tends to happen for teams that are losing, especially if they're losing fights and they don't know how to fix it. They tend to do solo pushes, solo plays, stagger their spawns, and if that continues to happen, Fable's just going to run away with this.
Sleeper, one on his sights. It's going to be Phelps. He turns around and just educates Marsh. Will go down, though, for the time being. He's going to be picked up by his teammate. And now, Ronin, they're going to swarm right through, and they're able to get B. Now, once again, they're going to start to make moves. No one's going to be behind them. No one's going to be trying to back cap. You see those marks of shots coming through, but Craze just bodied Chaos by the pickup truck. And he's holding it by himself, waiting for his squad mates to come back off of the respawn. And they're just going to have to run with their tail tucked between their legs.
There, you saw Craze getting a kill, taking some nice shots down with the shotgun. Up to Marsh, picking up kills as well. If you're Grounded, you need to make sure you're making team plays, team pushes. You overextended on their home hill, no one backed out. Chaos getting a kill on Hydro, trying to push up, and this is where Phelpsy and the rest of Fable are going to shut it down and continue to move forward, even though they're actually doing smart play. They're not going to move forward. They know Ronin needs to push into them. They know they also don't need to die for B. So if Ronin gets control of B, they still win off of their own home.
Yeah, they decapped him. That was it. Fable have this one in the bag. No matter what they try to do, it's going to be 2-10. You can't delay the inevitable. 2 points.
Now, if you're Ronin, you know Fable loves the boom shot in the pit. You have another weapon placement. Are you going to give them the boom shot in the pit fight, or are you going to try something new? Because 2 rounds in a row, we've seen strategies that you don't typically see off the initial and damn, but exactly that. The boom shot's going to be that first weapon being thrown out, or at least it's hovered right now. Maybe talking over strategies before actually placing
Take that time.
And one thing I want to know, are they going to give Sleeper the Marksman and get him a chance to rotate it over, or are they just going to do 5 over? Typically, you see that 5 over. Maybe somebody goes towards baby steps and cuts, but I don't think there's enough time to utilize the Marksa.
Sleeper is playing, you let Sleeper get the Marksa, and you just try and hold it. You try and hold the line as long as you can. Let Sleeper get into a position. He has been the difference maker. He is 6 downs presently. We're only 2 rounds in. He's been putting in a lot of damage, putting in a lot of work, but instead it seems like they're going to opt to just 5-stack onto the boom shot. A classic fight, but the thing is, last time these 2 teams met, Ronin was struggling in the pit. Ronin was struggling to be able to get that boom shot. It's all going to come down to who's going to get the first blood, and it is going to be Fable. They get Sleeper, they get Adverse. Chaos and Desanite are going to fall quickly after that, and there you have it. A wipe, 5 players down, and Fable, well, they just control that whole instance, that whole initial. And this is the domination. They have no idea where the boom shot is. Boom! There you go. That's going to be one. Another one in front. Boom! That's going to be another. And there you have it. 3 rounds. 3 rounds for Fable.
Yeah, you got to question that for Fable. Like you said, they already matched up on this map, and they were struggling on that boom shot placement in pit. Maybe you throw the boom shot at B. Change it up. Throw it on plat. Do something different.
You just gave them a toy. You just gave them what they wanted. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, normally this is type of stuff you do see, and so Ronin's used to playing against it, but you're throwing a shock up there. That shock's not going to be grabbed. The Marks is more than likely going to be grabbed, so you just gave Fable the fight that they want, and they already lead 3-0, so you're putting yourself deeper into a hole like you did in map number 1.
Here we go. And do they do something a little different? Nope. No, well, actually, it's not going to be a complete 5-stack, but it will be 5 players charging straight into the pit. Just not all the craziness here. They were able to get the first kill on Phelpsy, but the trade came immediately after as Sleeper is out of the equation. Desanite kill on to Craze, and now there you have it. So a different situation from what we saw before. It came down to that initial getting that first kill, and now the caps start to come in PR, but no one has gone after their A. There you go. So domination in a couple seconds here, 2 seconds remaining, and Ronin are going to get their first point on the board, and there you have it. So it was
almost the same exact round as the round prior.
Yeah,
it's going to be Ronin taking out Fable this time. So
it's just a flip of the coin, man. That's really what it is when you have a fight like that.
Very similar teams, both #1 in their region, battling it out, trying to get into our grand finals. Now it's Fable's chance here. They can put a weapon down or put that X. I don't necessarily disagree with the X. You know the fight's going to go down towards boom shot, so don't give Ronin an opportunity to get a weapon if Fable were to win this one.
So you see grenades oftentimes thrown there. Could help to kind of split things up. Ronin were really good with that last time, so wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. So a wise decision there from Fable, using their first placement to remove that, remove the platform utility. But once again, the 5-stack. They push forward here, and it's all going to come down to who gets that first blood. They traded out last time. Dezo thought he had an opportunity to go in and pick it up, and he's going to go down, March with the kill. And this is just like what we saw in round number 3. Just the kill feed lit up in blue. They marched right through there and removed them. And now this is just going to be shades of what we saw before, except this time Monkeys, he's able to stay alive, so maybe he can make his way over. He has to be so cautious too to not die here, but this is just Fable, man. They're just so good in the pit. Yeah, sure, Ronin were able to win one, but PR, I mean, this has just been Fable through and through.
But even if the one round they won, it was because they wiped them out. You see B finally getting a triple cap. That's going to be anybody's going to be able to touch. Nobody's going to be able to touch, so 4-1. And this is where you got to make a decision. You got one last weapon slot before the half. Do you throw a drop shot on the other side of the map and hope to have some sort of a split power weapon round, or are you going to do the same thing again and just hope it swings in your favor this time around? And if you're going to put a weapon up there, it's got to be a drop shot or something that's going to take over the game or match boom, because you're not necessarily winning that boom fight, so you just send your team over to the other side of the map and pick up a potential drop shot.
Well, okay, so if they decide to put the incendiaries here,
same fight as the round before. It's not big enough to counteract the boom.
So do they need to necessarily send everyone to boom? Can they just...
You have to, because it's 20-second respawns. So if one team sends 5, one team sends 4, that 5 should, on paper, win, and then they hunt down the last guy with 20-second respawns with a triple cap.
Questionable placement. It's a good thing I picked Fable to win this game.
Same.
All right, well, here we go. It's going to be the last fight, the last round before the half, and Adver is immediately getting the kill on Craze, and now Ronin are bouncing back. Chaos with one in front of him. You're going to have Crim as well. He's going to eat some shots there with the Nasher as he goes back in for the challenge, and he's going to have to run away now. Chaos, though, on the move. They have him surrounded, and they have him down. 5 down presently for the Europeans. As players start to come off of the respawn here. No cap quite yet, but still, though, they control the home of Fable.
It's taking a long time to capture the remaining hills. They're giving Fable an opportunity to get back in, but with boom shot, it's a good chance to stop that March. Trying to get a break. He almost didn't get that break. Yes, Knight has the instant, and this is where if I'm Ronin, I'm going to back up and try and play damage control, and that to me is a waste of an instant almost, even though it did pick up a kill. You can't push forward off of that, so you should, save those instants and get important kills. Like, people look at stats and then think a kill doesn't matter, this, and that, but how many kills are actual kills that matter? And in my opinion, that was one that did not.
Just a kill for kill's sake. Something on the scoreboard that just looks pretty, but if it doesn't get you the W, it doesn't matter in the end. Monkeys with the Markza. They managed to take out Crim. So now the move starts here for the home. And the Markza, look at the damage that it just put down here. But he still gets down. Phelps, he manages to stay alive in that fight, despite eating a lot of shots from that Markza. And he's going to go pick up these shocks and now look forward to B. I guess he's all by himself out here.
Yep, but if you're smart right now, 25 seconds to the next boom shot is up. Ronin is smart. Like I'm saying, they're setting up for that one. They're trying to, at least as Marsh takes out Adverse. So 2 kills in favor of Ronin. It gives them an opportunity in roughly 15 seconds to get the next boom shot. And if you get that boom shot, you already have the lead. You can use that to close out the rest of this round. And I don't see any member of Fable set up to try and counterplay that boom with 5 seconds remaining on the pickup. And somebody's already in pit ready to pick it up. That's going to be Chaos. So Ronin has all the opportunity in the world to close this round out and go 4-2 into the half.
Chaos gets the boom shot. 3 players right in front of him. There goes the shocks. Now some smokes to boot. Here we go. First boom shot goes through. That's a bucket rocket if I ever seen one, but he was able to get the kill there onto Hydron. Backs away. So it was only 1 kill with that boom shot. Now the fight continues, and they just don't have the upper hand as they ended up losing Chaos. Here comes Marsh, gets the down onto Desanide. Both of the members of Ronin now have to get out of this one. They have to get away. The sleeper with the Markza, but is it going to be enough? As he's low on health, very low, 23%. All they have to do is essentially just sneeze on him and he'll go down on the ground. And that's exactly what happens, a rather aggressive sneeze as he crumbles into pieces. And Fable, they have B in their sights.
No kill is in favor of Ronin right now. So Fable is climbing
points.
back into this one. Ronan's finally going to try and capture A, but if Fable gets B, they're going to be able to climb back in. There's only roughly 7 seconds separating the two teams, so this is going to come down to the wire. This is an opportunity for Fable to play it as if Ronin has to push into us, they have to decap B, and then they have to decap our home eventually, because 1 for 1 is not good.
Desert Knight takes out Phelpsy. So close, all tied up. They have 1-1. Who's ticking faster? It's actually going. Fable is ticking faster here. They got to get on one. They need to make it happen. It's going to be so close as they both cross 200 points. Now they're going to be on B. Sleeper's able to make the play happen. Can he get the double? He finds him as well. The meat shield, and that is going to give them the stack, and they have capped it. They have dominated. They have prevented it, and that will be a win. Oh,
they stole that one out from Fable's, underneath Fable's feet. That was their round right
so
there.
close.
They just needed to not die. And you saw multiple members. It's like 210 to 207, 208, something like that.
That was so close.
So this is an example of those small mistakes can lose you the game later on. Not necessarily right then and there in the moment, but if you make a mistake where you lose 2 seconds on your hill, maybe you didn't cap it, you actually rolled out of it. Maybe, you know, you ran past it and let the guy behind you pick it up type thing. Those are those plays. Those are those decisions that separate the amateurs from the pros.
A very scrappy play for that second point for Ronin. As we now go into the half. All items, all weapons reset out of the map. The tone of the game changes. Here comes Phelpsy. Oh, so close. That player had to actually bounce out of there. And now that will be Phelpsy being used as a meat shield. His teammate going in to try and take him out, but immediately downed and out as Fable doubles back to their home.
Kind of scary for them to be moving up right now. I want to see them put pressure and have a pressure setup, but you can't go for the decap. You can't go for some sort of a triple cap. They're already spawning up 10-second respawns, and you just need to make sure you don't get wiped. Adver's already died to Crim, so you play damage control from here on out. Set up, make them push into you, make them waste their smokes, and then when you get kills again, you can continue the pressure. But you just got to be very, very careful and aware of the respawn timer and how many people you're eliminating and when they respawn. And that's a good thing that you can see Demise, the coach, do.
2 players down for Ronin presently. 1 for Fable off the respawn. To look out here, need to back each other up, and that is exactly what Fable's doing. And Monkey's tried to go for the challenge, but Craze is going to be able to get the double kill. And the cap for E, inevitable here. But it seems like they want to focus on F. They want to focus on the home of Ronin presently. Fable have them with their backs against the wall. The domination is going to happen in 5 seconds. Is anyone there to make the stop happen? They have to dive in. They have to push forward and get him out. Crim with the kill onto Monkeys, but Marsh is going to follow up immediately. He's going to be the last man standing. Players are going to start to push in, but that will do it. The 5th point for Fable. And I like that trash talk.
Ronin, every time I see Ronin make a big play, Fable just makes a bigger and better one to take over the rest of the round. Ronin was in the lead. They had advantages, but just Fable striking right in there. But on this, you know, you can do the marks as again to start it off, but it was the reason Ronin actually put themselves in a hole by placing that boom shot pit. And this is something different. Like I said, you don't want to place that boom shot pit. You want to throw a curveball at them. And Platt side, that's going to change the strategy. You're going to see probably 2 people hop up to Platt. You're going to see people rush through baby steps. And this is where you throw that curveball and you have an opportunity to get back in the game. But if you're Fable, another boom shot down, you win a couple of these initials, just 2, and you win the map.
If you're Fable, you're feeling pretty good. Doesn't matter where that boom shot's placed because they've been winning these initials time in, time out. Here comes a fight. But still, though, if you get the kills, if you win this, rounds could be over so quickly. Adver's able to get one, and he has some support from his teammates, and they're cleaning up. They're cleaning house. Only 1 player left alive. It's going to be Craze. It's going to be Craze. Make it happen. Force him back. So weak, though. So weak, and he still manages to stay alive. Player comes around the corner. Does he challenge him? He doesn't hit the shot quite yet, but he is going to get a good one on him. Finally, he's going to be down, but Craze was really being a pain in the neck there.
Desnard and Ronin a chance with this boom shot. He only gets points for the time being, already putting it to bad use. You died with it out! Huge plays by Phelpsy again! This could be a momentum shift on the side of Fable as another member of Ronin fall, and they're wolf packing together. Marsh is going to get this revive, and another member of Ronin is going to go down, and that's another one dead for Adverse, and they know the boom shot is there. They just need an opportunity to pick it up. Fable turning the tables again. Like I said, Ronin makes a good play. Fable makes a better play.
And now they have a boom shot with 1 shot left in it. That's going to connect. Goodbye, monkeys. All they got to do is just tackle the home, which is exactly what Phelpsy's doing. One player's going to be right in front. Oh, he's going to do some damage, but Avers is going to be able to stay alive. Krazo pushes forward, and there goes the kill.
But Dezenite actually sneaking around, decapping the home, and he's going to keep the train rolling. He's going to try and decap everything and give his team an opportunity to get back into this game. Dezenite on E, he's going for the decap. He's doing what he can. He's actually going to go down, does get the decap. Nobody is getting any points from either team. A team kill coming out from Chaos onto Dezenite. Chaos running around. He's trying to make things happen for his team. Hydro getting the kill as well. So only 3 members alive for Ronin. And this is where Chaos, he's going to try and hide. And what, 45 seconds left on the next boom shot. It does look like Fable does have all the map position, but Marsh is down for the time being. This is Ronin's chance to make some plays.
Yeah, and just an FYI, everyone, we are fully aware that the action is not on your screen presently. We're working hard to rectify that one as soon as we possibly can, so apologies for that. For the time being, though, you're just going to have to go with our voices and trust the words that we're saying is guiding this matchup. A little bit of a radio broadcast here, if you will. Domination is denied, and it seems as if Fable, so close from being able to make the domination happen. 1 second remaining, and they do so. Fable are at game point. Once again, we apologize for that technical difficulty. Everyone's working hard to rectify the problem here. But the Europeans, 1 round away from moving forward to face Ghost.
You know, one thing I want to point out, though, Golden Boy Monkeys, only 4 kills. We were talking about how well this Slayer was doing, but he's being shut down by this Fable squad. So good by Fable to make that happen. But we're going to go ahead, and I do believe the match might be paused for a moment. That way you guys don't miss a moment of the action.
There you go. Hopefully. Boy can dream. Nope. Seems like it's not paused, but it's okay.
Back to the radio action.
That's right. Last round here. This is going to be tough. Now we have no audio, but it's all right, though. We will figure it out. We apologize once again for that technical difficulty.
So we're all together. We can all look at them on main stage and just get it by reaction.
Just group hug.
So whoever jumps up will win the round.
I think that is safe to say. Whoever jumps up will win the round.
So I do believe it's 6-2 map point for Fable. So as soon as you hear somebody scream, you know they'll be able to close it out. But on the side of Ronin, trying to look and gauge some reactions.
Yeah, if I'm looking at what's Fable's screen here, or Fable on the right side, actually, I mean, I'm not going to even lie to you. I've been doing this for 8 years, but this is pretty tough.
Okay, we got something. We got a little something here.
So we got back
to the radio interview for the time being.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I don't know who we're on board with. It is somebody from Ronin. He's trying to make things happen. He does pick up a kill right now, but it does look like kills are in favor of Fable.
3 down for Fable.
3 or 4 members down, like you said. It's actually 5 dead for Fable. So good opportunity for Ronin to try and push into this one and go for a triple cap. As the respawns get longer, it's going to be more and more realistic for that to happen.
Yeah, we lost sight of it for the time being, and I think we might be able to get into this one. But for now, though, we do have this. So we have something, and we're just going to have to make it work, baby. This is going to be Sleefer's perspective, and he is going to get dropped. So remember, 1 round left for Fable to be able to win this one out. Ronin have to fight back. They have to figure this one out, and I tell you, this is a challenging moment here for all of us, but we're all just going to have to soldier forward.
Can we take one moment and give a round of applause to the cameraman on stage?
Yeah, I agree. Doing the Lord's work.
He gets a raise after this event.
I'm going to get him a cookie. That's what I'm going to do. Cause so I think there was an instance. We're trying to see if we can get into the action once again, folks. We do wholeheartedly apologize for that, but presently Fable, they are going to be up, and domination coming through. Fable's going to be so close. 3 seconds remaining from being able to make this happen, move on to the grand finals. Can they do it? Can they make it happen? So close, though, as Marsh picked up a double kill, but Marsh is going to get taken out. And they fight back.
So another chance for Ronin. They do trail roughly 60 or so points. They are trying to come back sleeper, but it's going to be the boom shot in the hands of Crazed. So you got to watch out if you're Ronin. You need to make sure you don't get wiped, especially as these respawns get longer and longer. One death can mean a life or death for these teams. Tournament life or death right now, as you see Sleeper full red finally taken down from Hydrone. They're not going to be able to clean up that kill just yet, but Marsh with the communication.
And we're in.
Out.
I think we're in. Yes. Cleaner. Get us into the action, my friend. You got it, buddy. You got it.
But 4 dead on the side of Ronin. Monkey's the only one left. He's actually going to be taken down as well. So Sleeper, Detonite spawning up. Fable with a huge lead there on map point. They could take away this one right now. It's Ronin doing everything they can. I sense some desperation coming out from both of these teams. Roughly 20 seconds left to win if you're Fable.
So close.
A miracle needs to happen if you're on the side of Ronin.
Does the story continue for Fable? Detonite is getting laced up, cleared away. So close. 3 points remaining to that magic number, 207, and there you have it. Fable wins, and they move on.
A very intense matchup for both teams, but Fable showing that they are here. They're not a joke. That one event was not a fluke, and that they head to the first grand finals. And I don't even know how long has Europe been in there.
How big is that, man? I mean, I don't want to say I called it, but I kind of called it. So it was
I totally have Fable winning game two.
Completely. It was a strategic move, okay? By blocking Plat, they gave themselves the game because Ronin, they were unable to adapt and adjust to Fable's gameplay, and it was as simple as that.
And I think it's a blunder as well on the side of Ronin, placing that boom shot and pit in the first half.
Why would they put that down?
That's something I don't know. They didn't learn their lesson from the first series in the winners semifinals, and it happened again. They did it to themselves this time around.
Not only that, but that is one of Fable's strengths, is dropping that boom shot in pit, slaying out, winning those initials. And you know what? That's exactly what we saw. You kind of reminded me of myself in Mexico City when you were saying, you know what, I'm going to go against the paper. I'm going to go against the paper on paper. You know what, just based on everything's been going Ronin, but I'm going to go Fable. That's exactly what happened in Mexico City. And you know what, I kind of thought, I'm like, you know.
Is he trying to take some of your shine?
No, I'm saying, hold on, listen.
My name's Golden Boy, that's why I'm able to have
he
some
shines
shine
bright,
to give.
shines bright like a diamond. But I'm saying is, I had a feeling that he might have been onto something. You certainly were. That was a good call.
I mean, I did say Ronin was going to win game 2, but I did feel like Fable ultimately were going to win this series.
Your gut.
Yeah, you know, I think just the tone setting on Impact, that was great. Fable now, and this is the problem though, that, you know, they use that Impact pick. I mean, we're definitely not going to see it in the finals. There's no world where we're going to see Impact. There's no world where Ghosts are going to allow them to get Impact, so they just use their investment right here against Ronin. Ronin were not wise enough to remove that despite them losing on a game 1, thinking that that was maybe just like a fluke pick. Clearly not. That team knows how to play Impact. If you're Ghosts, you're taking notes. You don't want to play there.
So the question is, okay, this is going to be Fable's 3rd time playing Ronin this week. I mean, excuse me, Fable's 3rd time playing Ghost Gaming this weekend. They choked the first series, lost the second series convincingly. So now they're playing them in the championship game. Do you think they have a chance to reset the bracket?
Third time's a charm.
I think they have an opportunity to reset the bracket.
What do they have to do differently?
Is it likely?
this time?
To me, they just need to use a little bit more teamwork, and, you know, as hard as it is, they need to come up clutch.
Right.
Because Ghost Gaming throughout, you know, season 2, they've just been clutching it out time and time again when their backs are against the wall. And I'm a believer in Fable now, but I don't know if I can believe that hard.
All right.
I can't believe that.
You know what? I might have to go with PR on this one. PR knows Ghost almost more than anyone, but they have certainly made a climb. They've broken, you know, they proved that we're not 3rd team, you know, we're 2nd place team, and now they're here to prove, hey, we are the 1st place team. So they're going to go up against Fable, who has had a long run. You know, this team, top European team coming in. Now they're in the top 2. This is absolutely unheard of. It's going to be a close match. I'm hoping for a map 3.
Yeah, I do want to say, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I was on Twitter, and as soon as Optic were eliminated, I saw Ryan Fools, coach of Equifox, tweet with Optic out of the tournament, with Equifox out of the tournament. This is Ghost's tournament to win, and. You know, when I was thinking about that statement at first, I said, oh, you know what, I totally agree with Ryan there. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
But
on paper.
That's the big but.
The juicy but.
Why we keep sleeping on Fable? You know, like why?
I'm not.
Like why
I'm
does
not.
why does it feel like the top North American teams, despite them losing to Ghost, that was such a close game? Why are we still sleeping on these international teams? They're hungry.
It's
They
that
want the
common in Gears
W.
of
They
War for
want the
this to happen.
championship. Stop sleeping and wake up.
Like exactly what he said. I know in Gears of War 3, Hypha Stations, we
This
had
is new
the
to
teams,
us.
flying out here. They didn't have that great showing. I haven't seen a European team place well since Gears of War 1 Dignitas.
Yeah, and that was so long ago. I mean, this is the best
almost a
international
decade.
team that we've had in a long time. I mean, shout out to Ronin. They're great. They played second last year. But this Fables team is something else, man. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to match up against Ghost Gaming. I think they have a chance, to be quite honest, because, like I said, they're still learning throughout this tournament. And now that they've played Ghost twice before, I mean, they should have a discussion with themselves to choose how they want to go about these fights to put it in their favor. And I really think, they have a chance. But they're going to have to strategize around their strengths.
They don't have a lot of time to do it.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. But congratulations to Ghost Gaming and Fable. They will be in your championship game here in Las Vegas. But before we go to that match, let's go to a video with Ghost Gaming.
I was born in Puerto Rico, and I lived there until I was 4 years old. From Puerto Rico, I moved to New York City. We really struggled coming up in the United States. My uncle, he gave us a place to stay, and it was really tight. It wasn't like the best living environment. The pipes were leaking. We only had one bed to sleep in. The money wasn't there. I didn't have much friends or anything like that. I used to be bullied in school because I didn't speak the language. It really made me hate my life, to be honest with you. My uncle and my cousins, it was like a family thing. They introduced boxing to me. I just fell in love with turning all that negativity into positivity. I saw a change within myself. I became a little bit more confident. My brother, when we were boxing, he would always say, sleepy time make you leave with your teeth behind. It just stuck with me. I was first introduced to Gears through my brother. My brother said, yo, you want to play? And I said, yeah. I'll pick General Ram, which to me was like the scariest character, so I thought I was going to win. And my brother, he would just beat me up constantly. I just fell in love with the competitiveness that I had with my brother because it was like a bonding moment with me and him. And I just kept playing the game nonstop. I knew I was good enough to compete when I started in game battles. People would send me messages saying, oh, you're really good. Oh, what's your sensitivity? What clan are you a part of? Do you want to join my clan? The struggles I had to overcome to become a pro player would have to be the language barrier. I actually wanted to join a team back in Gears 2, I believe. The leader at the time of the team, he told me, that there's no way we're picking you up. Like, I could barely understand you. Not being able to communicate with my teammates at that time did push me to learn English faster. I first went pro in Gears of War Ultimate Edition. We made finals twice. We went for ESL Season 1 and Season 2. I just fell in love with wanting to be the best. It was more for the passion and love for the game, and then, I just stuck with it, and then it just got me here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gears Pro Circuit Columbus Open.
The first Gears of War event was Columbus, Ohio. I was representing NRG. We had really high expectations, and we went into that tournament and we placed top 24. So I was kind of left in a dark place in my life. Not only was I dropped, all the teammates that I had quit on me. I had to start from scratch, and I actually had to miss out on London. When it came to Mexico City, I made up a team. We were looking for an organization to represent from Mexico. It was looking really slim. 48 hours before Mexico City event, Ghost Gaming actually reached out to me and said, hey, we'll make it happen. We'll pay for your flights. We'll pay for your hotels. You guys just go out there and kill it. And it's been history ever since.
3 rounds back-to-back, Ghost Gaming heating up here.
Are you serious? Ghost Gaming steal around.
Ghost Gaming, take it like that.
Ever since Ghost Gaming started, we had this third place curse.
Commiserations to Ghost Gaming, they fall 2-0 here. They finished third.
We got third in Mexico, We got a third in Atlantic City. We got a third in Vegas. We got third in Dallas. It was just kept following us. You know, a lot of people were giving us a lot of slack that we aren't the top 4 team anymore. We're probably placed top 6, top 8. So it's actually really good to, you know, silence your critics.
Welcome to the Gears of War Pro Circuit Tournament here in Mexico City.
To finally break the 3rd place curse felt amazing.
6-6, round 13 is gonna go to Ghost Gaming.
Everyone's on their feet. The crowd has erupted as Ghost Gaming, the fan favorite, advanced to a championship final for the very first time.
The Mexican fans, is something about that place that just brings out the best in you. That adrenaline, it's what keeps you going. It keeps you glued to that screen, making sure your team wins.
Ghost chants, Ghost.
1 year ago, Ghost Gaming started as an open bracket team. 1 year later, we're in the grand finals. So a lot of hard work and dedication could get you places. I've been playing Gears for 10+ years, so I put a lot of time and energy into the game, and I'm very passionate.
Come on! You got it!
This season, I want to make my family and friends proud. My mom is definitely a driving force when it comes to me competing. I help her out a lot. I'm making sure I spoil her. You know, rent is paid. It's like the greatest feeling. It fills me up knowing that she doesn't need to worry about anything. She understands that I have her back with anything. Like she had mine when things were really rough for me and my brother growing up. When it comes to winning the trophy, we want it so bad. You don't understand. Like, we're so close, so close. The worst feeling is having that confetti fall on you and you're not the winner. Sleepy Time and Champion it just has a ring to it, man. I have to make it happen.
We are moments away from the grand finals between Ghost Gaming and Fable.
Yes.
I'm your host, Veli, and I'm here with Godblaze, PR, and Waldo. Guys,
The third time Fable's going to face off against Ghost Gaming. It's the third time the charm.
And you know what? I've ever had the pleasure of casting all 3 times. Of the 6 games I've casted, 3 of them have been Ghost Gaming and Fable,
Yes.
and it has been the best games all weekend long.
Oh, yeah, hands down. I mean, I like how both teams are evolving this tournament. Ghost Gaming, like I said, they start off as an individual team, you know, a bunch of warriors. But now they're a complete team, a complete package. And once again, they're in the grand finals.
And you know what? They are in the grand finals, and this has been such a special event so far. We are about to be crowning a new winner. But
Yes.
after this event, a lot of folks are saying, when's the next event? Where's the next event
wait,
going to be?
I want to know.
When
Do you
is it
have-
going to
do
go
you have some
down?
intel?
You got
What
some
are the
news.
dates?
Are you the new Intel Bell?
He's
been replaced.
I'm replacing Vail. I'm taking his mantle. That's what's happening. But, folks, let me let you guys know the next Gears of War event. I'm not going to give you guys the location, but I will give you guys the dates. It's going to be July 13th through the 15th. So mark it down on your calendar because, folks, I'm going to let you guys know something.
Okay.
It's going to be a special one.
All right.
Okay, it's going to be a special one. It's going to be a very, very memorable event. And we got a lot of special treats for everybody. And we're going to let you guys know that in the upcoming weeks. Okay, where is it going to be? What's going down? But you guys can take my word.
You're such a
okay,
tease.
because I don't lie to y'all. Y'all want to be at this one.
All right, you're such a tease. I cannot wait to find out where it's at. But, yeah, heading into this event, the grand finals, man, Fable, I mean, do they really have what it takes to adjust and actually, you know, call out those close rounds against Ghost Gaming?
They're going to definitely have it's going to be a tough time. You know, they're 0-2 right now against them, and they've got a really far way to go. I don't know if they can make the adjustments. They've got to win twice, and they need to finish the first series super fast and super strong.
It's doable, man, because off of initials, Fable, they've been the strongest team this event. Because off of initials, individually, these 5, especially with Hydro, Craze, Phelpsy, they're phenomenal, man. They could win a 1v1 against anybody in this game right now. And honestly, if I had my money on anybody, it would be them.
I mean, they did take out Optic first, and then Ronin copied them. So, you know, they do have that going for them. But, you know, like Waldo said, you have to beat them twice. So even if you do it once, you got to do it again. And the
Stamina
chances of
plays
that
a
happening,
factor.
that's an uphill battle. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? We'll see.
I think Golden Boy said, he says, why is everybody sleeping on these teams?
That's what I'm saying.
On these international teams. You got to understand that it's going to come down to any given Sunday, Championship Sunday, who's coming to play. Ronin came to play. Fable came to play. And I've been preaching it to you guys. These Fable boys is a new roster, new squad. What Marsh and Krim has done to this team and how they have elevated this Fable roster, how they have elevated the EU region as a whole. Supremacy got top 8 as well.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, and they probably should have got further than that, maybe top 6. The whole region is increasing in skill level, and that comes down for all of them. Even Mind Freak had a damn good showing as well. So don't sleep on them. You got to put some respect on these boys' names because the way this circuit is set up, these guys have those opportunities to succeed.
Yes, no team is prepared for a moment more than Ghost Gaming. Listen, man, with Fatal coming in as their coach, they've been phenomenal. You know, they've been a new team. They're learning to adjust better, learning to rotate better, play by numbers, you know, use power weapons to their advantage. That's what I really like to see. And they're evolving when it comes to weapon placement as well. They put things on maps that helps them out, and it's pretty damn smart.
Yeah, their weapon placements have been on point. They've been fighting for them. They're winning their initials. They're doing a great job of controlling the map in those situations. We've talked a lot about how these tournaments define who's the best team in the game. And honestly, the top 3 has been completely shuffled up.
Waldo.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm giving full credit to Ghost here. Ghost has come out and they've proven that they're up here as the top team this weekend.
Okay.
But does that mean they're the #1 team? We don't know that yet because they haven't played.
If they win today, they're the #1 team. I don't care what you think. Because, you know, I go by one event at a time, all right? If you win first place, you're the best. And right now, Fable's the top 2 team in the game.
Yeah, I can't necessarily disagree with that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
same.
Ghost is necessarily the top team, but if you look at what happened this event, you know, you had the downfall of Optic, and they were just playing sloppy all weekend long.
Can you say sloppy, or these teams actually stepped it up?
That's a good question. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying? But that's where I'm leading to my point.
Give them their respect,
Exactly,
man.
but then you have Echo Fox, you know, falling as well, E United falling as well. So the competition is so close to say, you know, the #1 team after this event. I want to see another event after this in July. That's where we're going to see the #1.
Well, if PR of
moment.
all people says it, you know, I'm going to have to co-sign on that one. But you know what? These boys have worked hard, and they definitely had a difficult bracket. Some people are going to say, well, you know, you didn't beat Optic. You know, but at the same time, they got their butts kicked by the people that they're playing against.
Exactly.
All right. So and you can say that point because Optic lost to the #1 European team, the #1 Latin American team.
Yeah.
All right. Ghost has beaten Fable twice, even though they were close games.
Yeah.
And they probably would have did the same thing to Optic as well. So we can say shoulda, coulda, what ifs, and all this
To
other
be
stuff.
the best team in the game doesn't mean you have to beat just everybody. It means you have to win that event.
Yeah.
Okay. And then even though some people are still saying Optic might be the best, I mean Fable beat Optic in every championship game.
Whoever wins this event is the best, and it's as simple as that.
See,
It's
Waldo
not even
just
overcomplicated.
just be talking.
I'm not all about that. It's all about who shows up to play per event.
Exactly.
And Ghost has showed up to play this event. Fable has showed up to play this event. They're the top 2 teams in the game currently.
Oh, yeah.
And can nobody else tell me different until you show up at the next one on July 13th through the 15th and prove me different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that the point's solid. I think the other question is, though, I'm wondering if this evolution of Ghost is going to continue through the rest of the season. Or are other teams going to step up at the next event? How is everything going to turn out? And honestly, that's what it is. The next event is really going to, in my mind,
at a
define
time,
it.
Waldo.
Exactly what I said the same thing. Like, consistency makes the best team the best. Obviously, Optic winning 2 events, Ghost top 3 straight events, and potentially winning this one as well.
2 championships.
Fable as well, top 4, top 2. So it's just consistency for the most part for some teams, and then inconsistent for the ones who were our top teams before.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost is the second most consistent team next to Optic.
I would agree. I would agree.
They've done this time and time again, and now they have slowly started to step up the game. But you got to give Fatal Strike his props on it in their preparation to this event. And that's the one thing about this finals that's going to be crazy. Fable's playing a man down. They're honest God truth. They're playing a man down.
Without
and now
their coach.
I know for simple fact that I know it's hard for them to get a coach or whatnot.
Yes.
But these boys need a coach. If you look back in that last series, there were certain rounds
Yeah.
in which, because they're all trying to micromanage on the same time, trying to win these fights and rotate, and then you're trying to micromanage weapon respawn timers at the same time.
Yes.
There was few rounds in which we were watching closely where it's like, why are you pushing? Why are you doing this? Boom shot spawning in 5 seconds. Nades are spawning up in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, play smarter. And they just need somebody to kind of get them organized, and they're going to figure out who they want, and whatever reason they got against coaches, they need to take that and throw it out the window.
Give me a call,
because that's the thing. The rounds in which they lost, the games in which they lost against Ghost, it wasn't by a lot.
No,
it was
not
by
at all.
little small mistakes in which they need somebody to help them organize with.
Yes, but I mean, I'm tired of talking. I want to see some gameplay. So we're going to send this off over to the main stage for the grand finals. Fable against Ghost Gaming.
We are back on the main stage for the grand finals of the Gears of War Las Vegas Open. Make some fucking noise! Sup, bitches? Shit, yeah! So, we have an incredible day, great matches, all kinds of excitement. Let's keep it going and bring out these teams. What do you think? All right, here they come. You know the story. And they are Fable! So much excitement. What a story. Here they come. Ghost! So, you lost to Ghost in the winner's final. Now, you've got to beat Ghost twice. I mean, what's that feel like? What is really going through your head right now?
I mean, they're the only team we've lost to this event, so it seems a bit of a mission for us, but I'm sure we just work on a few things and close out those 6-6s, and we can definitely win.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Ribs, yeah? You're the only person that has a championship under your belt. What does your team have to do to get there first and you're second?
So that's going to change right now.
Yeah.
And that's how I want it. I'm doing this for the people that I'm sitting next to. It's not just for me. It's for my supporters, the people that work at Ghost, family members of Ghost, the people that support Ghost, and most of all, my teammates.
What do you guys think? Are we ready for the final match? All right, well, let's shake some hands. And as Dom Santiago says, let's do this!
I am so excited for this matchup. Listen, I want to see the X Factors coming to play this game. I want to see Phelpsy. I want to see Krim go off. I want to see Speedy and Reshies it's going to be a bloodbath.
It's definitely going to be an intense match.
Yeah.
I took a look at the picks and bans. I'm kind of really excited.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to have Foundation, Lift, and Damn.
Foundation.
Ooh,
so we're going to see a
similar.
Yeah.
So Reclaim got tossed out. Okay.
Yep.
But Damn, if we go to distances, definitely Fable's like best map, even though Ghost bested them on the first time. But Foundation and Lift, they brought Lift back, and that's the map that they beat Ghost on in the first series of pool play, which we saw. So I like them bringing it back. Foundation's a good one as well. Okay, all right, I'm excited.
It's going to be a spicy one.
I mean, I feel like it's completely doable. And let's take a look at the map bans and picks again. I mean, this Fable, they're playing it pretty smart. So it's going to have to come out to who comes out the gate swinging first, the initials, the weapon drops. I really want to see Fable take advantage of these matchups, because if you put 5 against 5, I mean, I'm just going to say it. Fable got some big slayers on their side, man.
Yeah, like I said, it is possible for them to take this. They have a huge, mountain to climb if they're going to do that. But, Foundation, Lift, we saw them come out strong, pool play on Foundation before. They choked a 6-3 lead in pool play.
Yes.
Didn't really do good the first time, but they're evolving as the tournament goes on.
Exactly.
They have momentum on their side,
yeah.
and this is Fable's biggest opportunity to shock the Gears of War universe.
But Ghost Gaming is a complete team in the series. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Fable's great and all, but when you have Slayers, support players, a really good in-game leader, plus Footage Strike, Fatal, I mean, anything's possible.
You're just bad with names this event.
Footage Strike.
Footage Strike is nice,
I can
man.
get behind Footage Strike.
Listen. As much as you want to make fun of that, I mean, that's why they're here right now. They go after footage, okay? They look at why they mess up, why they lose. They take notes of the minor details.
It's pretty impressive.
And that's why they're in the championship game.
It is pretty
Analyst
impressive.
Waldo.
The boot camp that they did.
Their boot camp that they did actually helped them a ton, even though they went even with it.
It was only 2 teams that I saw land in Vegas, and I was Ronin and
they're both
that was Ronin and Ghost.
And they're both here.
Top 3 teams.
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3. So, I mean, that says something. They're prepared for this. They wanted this more than anybody. And like PR said before this game started, before this game starts, this team is passionate, man. They want this more than anybody. Ghost Gaming, I mean, PR said he bets $1, somebody might shed a tear.
Yep, I think one of them will. I'm not going to, name names, put them on the spotlight.
We won't point a finger and laugh at
but
him, but still, man.
People just misunderstand this guy, and he's just so passionate, and he wants to win. And not saying nobody else does.
The whole team is passionate.
I've seen it, myself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know the Fable guys on a personal level, so I don't see it, like that. And I know they want to win. Look at their faces. They're ready for this. It's just, can they do it?
Oh, I really hope so. When you look at this team, especially Sleepy Time, I mean, he's, like he said a year ago, he was in the open bracket. The open bracket, a year later, he's in the championship game against Fable. I mean, this is Ghost Gaming's moment right now to solidify themselves as the best team in the game. We're heading into map 1. Let me hear some predictions.
I'm thinking Ghost is winning this in 1 series.
Okay.
Honestly, the way that they're playing Sleepy's been doing an amazing job.
He's sleeping on him.
I've slept on them all event. I'm done.
All right, PR.
I think Ghost Gaming is going to win it, but I think it's going to be very, very hard fought. I look at Fable almost as a mini Ghost as well, though.
And you know what? I kept saying Fable. I've said Fable was going to win this matchup twice before, and I was wrong. And I'm going to just keep the train going. I'm going to just say Fable resets the series. Fable comes out on top, and I don't care if I'm wrong again, because you know why? I want a good match.
Oh, yeah, and I like that. We're going to kick things up on map 1, the Las Vegas Grand Finals, Ghost Gaming against Fable.
Oh, PR's Championship Sunday, and we're here in our finals, and I am so ready for this one. Folks, we're kicking this one off on Foundation, Ghost Gaming versus Fable. Let's see who comes out on top, and we're kicking this one off with Felty.
Felty, the man who's been putting a show for us. He's seen amazing sniper shots on impact. He's going to be the first one into open, put some shots on, didn't really get hurt. Trading kills from Prim and Ribs as well. This Felty rolling around. No, Hydron actually getting a kill as well, so they're going to keep his momentum going towards T. Hydron picking up his teammate, but Rushy's on the backside taking him out, and this is a good start from this matchup. It's very entertaining from the beat, as it looks like Fable's going to be able to come out on top as they take out Rushy's, as this fight isn't going to stop. And this is something that people like to call a double initial. If this fight lasts just long enough, instead of sending people to cap your home hill, you're going to send them right down the middle, right down that B ramp to fight it yet again.
Yes, it is, and we just see nonstop action. Both teams trying to get control. Fable will get the first points on the board, but they still trying to get control over the B hill. You got Crim trying to lay down some bricks off the side of that H. Smoke's coming out, and that's going to be a beautiful smoke. We're going to see if Phelpsy can take advantage, but the Mr. Krabs comes through, and the domination was almost there. There's a 1v1 happening on that C hill, I think, and Sleepy's going to win that against Hydrone to kind of secure the home hill for Ghost Gaming. But there you go. And that was almost like a triple initial in a sense. And domination coming through. Can Sleepy do anything about it? All going to be up to Mars. Can he win the next 1v? Yes, he does. No, he gets help. Phelpsy with the save. Fable should strike first in this one, PR.
Rounds before he gets the trade, they're gonna get the trade cap out. Is that Dennis gonna get the touch? He does reset it, so a lot of chain resets, but he didn't get the touch yet. Speedy's not gonna make it there in time, so yes, Fable do strike here first in our grand finals.
All right, Fable gets one on the board. So now let's kind of dive in a little bit into these weapon selection processes because we know when it comes down, there's going to be a boom shot, a big heavy power weapon laid out on the map somewhere. It depends on the location. And with the block and putting the boom down right away, we can kind of tell what's going to happen. Maybe the boom shot goes Pistons. Maybe the block goes down low. And they're going to say, you know what, let's go for the dual spawns right away. Let's kind of feel these guys out a little bit. And they're going to get those Botox down for Dennis.
Yep, both of these teams love to place boom shots either way. So I wouldn't even be in a rush from either team to put that boom shot, because knowing if I win around, the other team might place it. Things like that.
So they say, hey, you know what, let's just go for the secondary slots first, because that's where the real difference is for both teams, because we know that Fable like to, favor more towards that mark. So, but on war with Sleepy time, he's going to be an open. He's going to break ice on Freeze, taking them out. Hydrone's going to even the odds. So 4v4 situation. Sleepy's looking for his next victim. Oh, he's trying to get through. He's going to get some help. Ghost Gaming chaining together a few kills. That's going to be 4 members down of Fable. Ghost Gaming should get the neutral hill as well as their home hill.
Yep, and you see Identity might be overextending here for just a little bit, maybe trying to be a distraction. See the Mr. Krabs play coming down.
Can he get to
does
it?
Look like
Can
it's
he
gonna
get
be
to it?
He needs to stand and break it, and Ghost Gaming just pull the wool over their eyes and steal the round out from under them.
I'm wondering, why did he bounce to the right? You slide into that wall to the left and try to, stop that hill from being capped up. That was a weird one. But maybe he thought he had more time in that situation.
To me, he's probably thinking too much. He's probably thinking, if I go for the up A, I'm going to die. But those are the situations where you really have no choice. You bounce wide, you lose. You up A, you die. At least you possibly get the tap.
You got to go in for that break, but that's just a little small mishap. So let's see what Fable wants to do, kind of hovering over that block. So if the block goes Pistons, that means that our heavy power weapon most likely will go in that middle weapon selection spot. Oh, okay, actually, I'll take it back. They're going to actually block that one.
Homework.
So, and why do you say they didn't do any homework?
I feel like Ghost weak link on this map is that middle fight. So you put the boom shot there, or you put the weapon there, or whatever it may be. That's your biggest opportunity. But now you blocked off their weakest spot, and this is something Ghost Gaming you got to be excited about.
All right, so we'll see what Ghost wants to do. And we'll see who decides to put down that next weapon. Definitely will be the losing team. And this time, Fable's going to strike first early on. Speedy picks up another kill as well. Speedy gets a double kill. Looking for the triple. Player's going to hop over, and he picks up 3. And him, the duo, him, Rushies. They get that 4-piece mid-map all up to Mars, trying to scramble back to his home hill. Rushies is waiting for him. He's going to connect the brick. But the home hill of Ghost isn't being capped up. Fable should have enough time to get in position. All going to be up to Phelpsy, but he's going to get shut down by the duo once again. Speedies, Rushies, do it up. And they're going to lock in round number 3.
Ghost Gaming coming out hot, 2 straight rounds. And it was, I think, under 40 seconds for both of these rounds.
Ooh, focus.
So, those initials mean everything.
They really are. And these are early respawn rounds. The last one was a 16-second respawn round, and we're still seeing those early dominations. That's because Ghost is getting those kills in quick succession early on, and when you're able to get the quick 3-piece, quick 4-piece, that gives you 100% reason to push in and play for that domination. So Ghost doing it right, playing aggressive.
Last time we saw them not scared to throw boom shots. We saw it against Ronin as well. This time they're blocking off the middle, putting nades, maybe coming into such a big fight early on here, as it's only 1-2 in favor of Ghost. Big last round. Actually, Ray is going to be the first one to take the open, so they do got positional advantage here. As you see, Ribs getting 1 kill, Rushing, picking it up with another one as well. They're going to try to do what can as he takes out Speed. Advantage still goes to Ghost. How are they going to play this? Are they going to put pressure? And that's exactly what it looked like they were going to do for that moment. Push up towards that mid-ramp, and we're going to switch on over towards B. And that's
Ribs got a big double mid-map. He's trying to get that triple. He's going to take some damage. but he's going to get some help from Hydron, and they will secure that kill. So still, no hills being capped up yet because both teams know how important it is to win initials. Now Hydron wants to go check B, but Identis with that Botox is just putting in so much damage. He gets one kill, looking for the next kill as well. Going to get some help soon. The rest of the squad is going to come in. Nades are going to go out there by Phelpsy, not connected with anybody just yet. Identis still scrambling, trying to get to help, trying to regroup with the rest of the team. Still no hills capped yet, folks, but the B hill might get capped up in this instance, but I don't think so because that player is going to get cleaned up. Rushies with the flank through mid-map, trying to pick up a triple kill. Can he get Phelpsy? Yes, he does! And here comes Ghost Gaming to secure the B hill in their home hill. In probably about like a minute and a half in the round, we're finally going to get some points on the board.
She's showing why his name is just that. Pushing through, getting a 3-piece, and now Ghost Gaming is going to try and pressure. This is where Favor's going to look to try and stretch the map over towards that statue side, but this is Ghost Gaming's opportunity. If they go for an OE, this is a possibly OE back through spawn, but we're going to jump up our speed. Full red, taken out by Grim. 3 members of Fable looking to push across. Scopes running down this mid-ramp, so they're going to try and take and recap Ghost Gaming. This is where the respawns are roughly 16 seconds or so. This is where you should cut back towards B eventually, unless Ghost Gaming decide to play for it.
And you know, that's a nice quick rotation, my Fable. You lose that opening initial on the B hill, rotate right away, have your home hill player start to get aggressive to push your opponent's home hill, and that's what about Foundation is you can do. Oh, well, damn. Okay, that's how you feel. All right. But the kill's going to get picked up by Marsh, and yeah, that's pushing across and making good rotations to secure those home hills. So Fable's doing a good job with that. Domination's not going to come through because Identis is super aggressive. He's playing his fight very methodical, and he takes down Marsh, and Marsh got out-strafed on that one.
Identis showing why he was formerly the Latin American super team, trying to make a name for himself in North America.
Still is.
He's still doing that. Yeah, he's still the Latin American superstar. Praise. Shut that down for the time. They push towards B. They do trail the round, but Rushing's doing what he can as he takes out Hydro, pushing forward. You expect this momentum on this train to keep rolling, pushing across for the kills. Recap. I think the better push is what they're doing right here. As they push it forward, they're trying to take control of entire Pistons instead of just going for a B, where you typically get crossed out. Marsh, the last member of Fable in there, and this is where Rushies, he's going to keep the train rolling. We see this from him all the time. Sometimes it hurts him, sometimes it helps him. What are we going to see this time?
No.
He goes for a reaction shot, trying to embarrass Hydron, and he's going to continue on. He
No.
goes for the evade, Rushies takes out Hydron, not missing a beat. Ghost
man.
going for the Mr. Crab,
That's
and he
a big
gets
kill.
it. That was Sleepy killing Krim. Krim was the last member alive, trying to make things happen. Rushies standing up and showing them that he's the real deal.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. On the weapon placement with nades, let's see what decides to go down, because putting those nades down was kind of alarming to me. Let's see if they get another. It's gonna be incense. I don't see anything else. Fable isn't prepared to fight for a big power weapon on statue. They barely go over there. Ooh,
I would like to see it. They've been placing big power weapons all tournament long. Why would you stray away from it just because you're playing against Ghost Gaming?
Maybe this is something that's been in their back pocket, because this is the first time I've seen them put it down on statue all tournament long. And they're going to have an initial for that, because in the second half, that neutral hill is on statue, so they do have strats for that. I just didn't see that one coming, I'm going to be honest with you folks. But let's see how does Ghost Gaming want to respond on this one. Going to see this open and break, and it's going to be pretty much a natural second half initial. Going to have 3 guys mid-map. Also going to have 2 guys on the other end as well. And there you go. Sleepy Time gets one, and Rushies gets another. Names are going to get picked up by Ghost Gaming as well. They're looking for the third. Krim is trying to run to help his teammate out. He gets one. The revive comes through. Krim can't get another one. He goes down. Ghost Gaming is trying to win the boom fight, and they should be able to pick it up unless Mars can do anything about it. I don't know, and he's going to go down, PR.
So boom shot going to be in the hands of Rushies. Yeah, I almost want to see him trade it, not because he's not good with it, but because he's doing work with the shotgun right now. So I'd like to see what's coming out for. I guess pushing towards B. A little bit of Mr. Krabs coming out. They take a 4-step forward. Craze picking up that kill, keeping Fable alive just moments longer. And this is where Rushies going to bait this home. I like what he's doing.
I didn't know if he had 2 nades, because if he had the second nade, he could have detonated that and saved that cap for his team. But maybe, you know, in his mind, he was like, all right, let me just pocket it so nobody else can get it. But he kind of maybe overthought that one if he did have that second nade. Boom shot to the hand of Rushies. He's looking for a double, but does not want to kill his teammate. He knew he was close, so he's trying to get some distance between him and Craze. And Craze ain't trying to let anybody get distance. He's trying to push Rushies. Rushies is in a difficult spot. He's full ramp, but he manages to slither away, and he still has 2 boom shots in the chamber here.
Yep, it's smart for him. He almost would have possibly killed himself if he boom shotted right in front of him. He's trying to make this push. He wastes his first boom shot, kills trading out, so it's 3 on the side of Ghost Gaming. So this is where the pressure is going to come out. It's going to be up to Crazed and Crim to try and prolong this round longer. You know B is going to go in favor of Ghost. This is where if you're Fable, you got to start thinking of your next play so that when your teammates spawn up, it's just instantly rotations.
Crim. So the boom shot should be spawning up in about 40 seconds. So Crim and them are going to start to get in position. It's still early on in the round, and so having that boom shot can definitely possibly secure them to kind of, you know, push forward and try to get that domination. But they definitely should set up. They shouldn't be worried about any of the other hills. It's just clearing out the statue, trying to get the vision for the rest of the team. We're going to start to slowly see Fable flood through top tables and push out these Ghost Gaming members. So boom shot spawn in less than 20 seconds. Fable should be able to get it, but in that process, nades got picked up for Ghost Gaming, and they're still holding down his 2-cap, and they're sitting pretty at the 2-cap. Ooh, a little sneaky. Okay, all right, let's see if that works out for him. But he still has 1 nade in hand, and he's trying to take it over to the boom shot, which just spawned up. Let's see what he can do with the nade.
Going out. It doesn't really feel like how does it stop the ribs? Maybe he could have used a little bit better ribs. Getting crossed out, so it does look like boom shot should go into the hands of Fable eventually. Phelps picking up that one, Crazy getting a kill as well. Hydron picking it up. So Fable with an opportunity here to come back into this round. Blue trail by 8 a triple gap or neutralization of all the hills.
Well, the nade is still there, by the way. If they back up a little bit, oh, it's gonna blow up. We had another one, and Fable comes out with this round. Good job to Fable. Going to cut that deficit by 1 round. And they had to fight for that one, OPR. They had to work hard for it. But towards the end, that rotation was good. They made sure, hey, let's just secure boom and use this boom shot to pick up the kills into which we needed to close this round out.
I really got a question as well, what Ghost was doing. You went off 1 hill, and even though Fable had the boom shot, this is where you play rotations. Play on the other side of the map where the boom shot's going to be, whether that's through B, maybe you even go all the way through B ramp up into their spawn. You just need to sneak around because you know they're going to play for the triple cap. You know they have to, so as long as you sneak behind their back line and possibly get a break or distract them, you have plenty of time to eventually at least get 1 of the 3 hills back.
Now you think about it, they're opening fight on statue, and especially in the second half, you usually don't fight that too often because people tend to focus more on the home hill setup in the second half. So besides the opening initial, teams don't really, you know, they kind of stop fighting that statue fight. So that's probably why Ghost Gaming say, hey, you know, let's just get this boom shot out of here as well. All right, Sleepy Pin Map trying to tag up some players with marking slow, getting some good lances in, trying to get that down. Nades and incense will be picked up for both teams. Sleepy managed to take out Craze, but he's going to fall down as well.
Hydron picking up a kill of his own on Speedy. Numbers on the side of Fable, but what are they going to do? Target in Rushies. Ooh, Rushies pushing up and gets shut down by Hydro. And Hydro knows that he's on their side of the map. He knows 4 members are dead. Rib's the only one up. Half health right now. This is where the pressure's going to come out. Instant thrown. Rib put full red. Is he going to be able to survive? No, he is not, but the triple cap coming out. Speedy has an opportunity to get a touch, but he needs to go straight in there. Needs to stay in as well. He's going to get chunked as he misrolls. So Fable tying it up here, 3-3 going into the half.
Fable, you know what? These guys have been playing hard all tournament long. You can never really count these boys out. If it's one thing I can definitely give them credit for is their composure. They're a lot more composed than they were beforehand. But with the victories that they've gotten over the last 2 events, they know that they can bang with these teams. They know that they can beat them in the Grand Finals. And, you know, I've been playing Gears of War for a long time, PR, and this is the first time we've had a European team in the Grand Finals, and I'm excited for it.
Oh, so am I, and I'm sure everyone in Europe right now staying up late for this match.
Yes.
So I want to thank everyone in Europe for this viewership, everyone in Latin America, just everyone in the Gears universe for tuning into our Grand Finals, and Sleepy opening it up in round number 6 in the half. Taking out Craze. This is where the pressure is getting Rushies to work together, trying to take out Phelpsy. Phelpsy gets taken out. That's going to be Rushies cleaning up that one. So 2 dead for the side of Fable for this time. Yes, this one time. They're still going to watch out if they're over towards their side because people are spawning up. So he clip forward and he gets a nasty reaction shot. Taking out Marsh. And this is what Ghost Gaming does. They're flashy. They make in-your-face aggressive plays at all times.
There's only one person on D hill. That was Aitinez, and he's going to fall down on that one. So Fable will be able to get their home hill control. And we usually don't see that statue fight as a full opening initial over and over for that E hill. but you're going to see Ghost Gaming with control. I thought we were going to see Fable kind of rotate over and try to attack the home hills, but they're focusing on the statue. Rushies trying to get some shots in. You see the push coming top tables. You got Marsh. You got Crash as well. Let's see. Taking some shots. He's going to be backing it down. Trying to get the angle. Holding on. Hydrone looking for his prime opportunity to push in. Phelpsy with the push from down low. He's able to take out Ribs. We'll see if he can cause some more promotion. The rotation comes through as well. They should be able to get some help, but somehow Rushies picked up a double before he went down. So whatever push that Fable thought they were going to make, they're going to have to slow down on it.
Gave it his life as well. Put full red 99% is what we're seeing. Identif's already pressured Fable to go across the map. The Elvis Speedy taken out though by Marsh. Where Fable's looking to make things happen, but Identif's bouncing around, taking out Marsh. Another member was taken out by Ribs. That's Crim. And Ribs with a nice backing, taking out Hydron as well. So just like Ghost Gaming's gonna win this fight as both members, Identif and Ribs, picking up a pair of kills. And this is where you talked about that home hill setup is gonna come out. And Ghost Gaming with the lead, they win off one. So it's gonna be up to Fable to make a double split push on both of these home hills before it's too late.
So one thing about the home hill stuff, it's just so hard to push this choke point. You see this narrow area that Hydron has to push through. Rushies and Identifs is just watching it with Lancers. You got to get good smokes down. You got to push as a unit. You also got somebody off watching the cave as well. That's a very difficult lane to push through. That's why the setup is so dominant. And Ghost Gaming will strike first in this engagement, but Crim trades off. We'll see who's going to win. Ghost Gaming, both home hills are being decapped, folks. Fable's capping them up. 3 members of Ghost Gaming are down. Rushies falls as well. And they're going to get the kills on the other end of the map. And Fable strike. Oh, wait. What's going down at the D hill?
This gives Identifs a chance.
He didn't cap the hill!
He didn't cap Craze! That was Craze! A blunder on the side of Craze could cost them the round. Ghost Gaming still has the lead. They're still in it, but they're fighting back. They need to hurry up before the score is out of their control. Identif's getting a kill. Rushies as well. And this is where their backs up are against the wall because they still need the cap. Sleepy time in the hill. He's actually good as well. E is looking like it's going to go in the tide of Ghost Gaming, but the points are racking up from Fable. So they escape with that one. This could be a blunder. He is being decapped as well. Oh no, a meltdown from Fable as Craze. A blunder.
Don't let him watch the footage, folks. Don't let him watch the footage. His team cannot see what happened. We're going to forget about it. But that's the 6-man stuff in which I'm talking about. But the fact he got so far away from that, I don't. They almost made the greatest play. I was about to give them all these compliments, send them flowers, buy them dinner, all this stuff, and he just needs to take that one on the chin and say, my bad.
You gotta. This match is so close. It's 3-4. That should be 4-3 in Fable's favor. So you gotta question if this comes down to a 7-6 or a 6-6. That could be Fable's map #1.
Oh, I can't get over it. I really can't. All right, let's see. I told you Fable has the composure. Let's see if they can bounce back. But in this Ghost Gaming matchup, we've seen this is the 3rd time in which we've seen this is the 3rd series between these 2 teams in this tournament. And we've seen Fable lose close rounds like that could have sent them, that could have won those maps in the other previous series. And maybe this whole tournament is a little bit different. But Fable, they just need to, get it together on that one, especially being a man down. But they're gonna get the opening great. They're gonna get 4 right off the back, and they fire it off. And so they're looking good. Good bounce back from the last round.
I understand Identifs on the side of Ghost Gaming. Going across to Fable's side, trying to distract them. It's not an easy triple cap, but here you go. You hear it coming out. They do need to be able to get a touch, and they are going to prolong this round for the time being. And Phelps is going to be taken out as well. Hydro should fall next, but he's going to get that kill on Sleepy Time right before he's taken out. And this is Fable's opportunity here to try and set up. Send your numbers over towards E, because you know Ghost Gaming is probably going to go over there. 12-second respawn, so no reason to go home to home.
Typically, folks, the hills in which a team can test for, if they lose that engagement for the hill, they usually go for the other hills which they don't have control for next. Just kind of how the rotations work. So that's how we see Ghost start to stack up towards E. We'll see what they can do because they want to try to rotate over it before their opponent can kind of get in that position. But Speedy's going to get that kill on Crim. Craze is managing to get one. He's looking for a second, but he's going to fall. So that E-Hill will go in favor of Ghost. But while all that was happening, the Fable boys, they rotated on the other half because they knew where the numbers were. They knew it was 4 members of Ghost Gaming trying to fight for that E-Hill, so they're going to be locked in on a home hill setup.
FB decapped by Speedy. Looked like a bit of a solo play.
Yeah, with a solo play. Yeah, nobody else.
All, especially if you look at the score, it's rather close or a 50-second lead, and that's going to be Ribs taking out Hydrone here. No stranger to a finals appearance. Not shaking out. He's trying to be the aggressor, going into a 1v2. Russian getting kills across the map as well. And Ribs getting yet another kill here. And he's disrespecting Phelpsy there, giving it a little hump. And that's not typically something you see from Ribs, so you got to imagine he is pumped up, ready to play.
Another round in which Fable looked like they were gonna win. Ghost Gaming manages to come back and steal it again and go up 5-3.
Fable meltdown after that round as they lose the next one.
They look good.
They got weapon placement though. They do look good. They had control of that round.
They got those 4 opening kills off the break. They transitioned. I thought that down was going to come in. I couldn't see where the actual breakdown was. They did not have enough members on Ghost Gaming's home hill. Did Ghost Gaming just clutch up? But we thought they were going to get that one as well and bounce back. So you're going to see Fable. They're going to go back to putting that boom and statue, and they did have some success early on in the first half with it over there. So let's see how does Ghost Gaming want to play this one.
Now Rushy's 23 kills already. I do believe he might have double-digit rounds. So Rushy's doing a little bit of everything for Ghost Gaming. Actually want to jump on board him. He's actually going to be the aggressor. This is something you typically see. He's going to wait for that smoke to go up, try and cloud where the view is of Marsh. So a little bit of 1v1 going down, and Rushy's full red, taking out Marsh. Boom shot's going to be in the hands of Phelpsy though, and Rushy's gets him down, and the train is going to continue to roll, and Rushy's not stopping. 2 kills so far. He's going for a third, meleeed by Craze. He saved it for the time being. It's 2v2, Ribs and Speedy versus Crim. And Craze,
Phelpsy died. He picked up boom. I'm not sure if he's pocketed it or not. Or is the boom somewhere on the ground? I'm trying to see if I can see throughout the chaos and the bodies on the ground if the boom is there. And nobody has. Oh, actually, Speedy did pick it up. And he's going to get a double kill with it. So he's going to have 1 more left in that chamber. Ghost Gaming with a 2-cap. And now he's going to get his arsenal right, get his weapons reloaded. They're going to try to clear this one out. They know that Phelpsy's still being sneaky. Speedy's over there as well. So yeah, that's a 1v2 in which he, just had a bad jump on. But now Ghost Gaming, they're going to be calm. They're in a good spot. We'll see when they want to rotate. They're going to wait for Fable to respawn up and see where Fable wants to stack. So it's a guy who's watching through that cave. He's saying, hey, they're stacking down low. I got eyes on 3 different people. Probably rotate the boom over towards our home hill or try to push it through mid-map and put some pressure on them.
Yeah, but boom shot spawning 50 seconds. There's going to come a point in time where players can no longer die, or they risk giving up the boom shot to the enemy team.
Let's hop on Speedy. I want to see where he is with his last boom. Okay, so he's going to solo watch statue by himself, and he's going to get the next boom off respawn. And Fable, they actually cut across mid-map. They said, hey, you know what? We got to worry about this boom spawn. Let's not push this one. And Speedy, he's waiting for him. I like it. Ghost Gaming said, hey, we don't need the boom over here to stop Fable from pushing through this choke point through cave.
Boom shot coming up, and he didn't even put it to use. Speedy missing one, and now he looks like he might get crossed out, narrowly escaping with boom shot coming up in 15 seconds. I would like to see him, use that boom shot a little bit more wise. Take your time just a little bit. But the fight is going down crazy.
10
seconds to make it over towards his team. Exactly that. Hydrone taken out, and like I said, there's going to come a time where you just can't die. You're going to give up that boom shot to Ghost Gaming. 2 members, that's Phelpsy and Grim, hiding down low, and the smoke coming out, so it's going to basically secure the boom shot for Ghost Gaming.
It's so domination coming through. We're going to see they're going to have to push through, but he's going to have that boom shot ammo. It's not going to be much in which Fable can do just yet. They still don't have control over D. Somebody's going to get it, and Marsh wins the fight against Rushy's secure that. But that's the opportunities in which coaches come in handy. When Crim push, you tell Crim to push, say, hey, boom shot spawning in 5 seconds, push now. So by the time he's distracting them, somebody sneaks in, picks up the boom shot, the first frame in which it comes through, and then they can use that boom shot to secure the E-hill. But that's little intricate stuff that's hard to do when you're trying to micromanage that stuff as well as fight the fights in which need to be won.
Ghost Gaming 6-round match or map point over Fable.
Ghost Gaming, they just need to win 2 maps and they're going to be your new Gears Award champions.
See,
just
on Ribs right there.
8 rounds
calm,
away.
Cool, collected, not a drop of sweat in his head. It looks like it's easy for him almost.
It is. You know what? Ribs has been in this position plenty of times. Very few Gears of War players attended their first event and won it, in a major event at that. And I said it before, it's one of the biggest Gears of War events we've ever had in history, and Gears 2 showed up right through the door with Terror, Perfect Uno, and Fritzley, and walked through and won that event. You know, that's just a championship mentality that he has, and he's kept it up over the years.
Rushing the aggressor identity, taking out first. Speedy with a team kill on Ribs. Trying to make up for that one right there. And so is Rushies. A pair of kills. That's 2 for Rushies, actually. It does look like nades and boom shot are going to be picked up. Boom shot in the hand of Fable. And he's getting 2, but Rushies getting that last-ditch effort kill on the boom shot holder as well.
Big
so
fight.
Marsh going down. He's going to take out Speedy. So this does look like it's going to even up here for just a moment. Both weapons are up. They are going to go back to whatever they have on their backs when they spawn, and Identity quickly pushing up, taking over Marsh. He's going to get that kill, and that's just quick. It didn't even look like Fable was able to set up after they won the initial.
It really wasn't. Ghost got back into action so quick. Identity, wow, he gets 1. He gets some help, and he gets a second with the assist from Rushies, and they're able to work on that one. Speedy gets 1 on Phelpsy. They're trying to attack the home hill of Fable, and I don't think anybody's home. Folks, here comes Marsh, wondering who's walking in his house, and he's going to fall in that one. Ghost Gaming takes map number 1, and they're 1 map away from being your UGC Vegas champions.
And this is insane. Like you guys said before, there's only been a minute number of champions, players to come into this game, and Ghost Gaming is looking at the championship caliber team as the number 1.
I mean, at this point in time, you have to say Ghost has Fable's number now. Okay, this is about to be the 3rd time they beat him. I mean, Ghost, they look so damn solid. So they know that Fable's going to put down a power weapon like the boom shot somewhere. This time they put in their statue. But what Ghost did, they put Rushies in a 1v1 spot, and everyone knows Rushies is hands down one of the best players in the game. So when Rushies wins that 1v1, it puts Ghost in that advantage to get the boom shot and win the game.
Honestly, Rushies playing on top tables and getting that kill on Marsh.
Phenomenal.
Wrapping around, getting the flank. Great play by him, and actually a heads-up awareness to make sure that he was fast on that rotation, because that boom shot had no time to packet that.
Yeah.
You have to look at what Fable's going to do in this next map. They looked a little flat going into that one. A little hesitant on their power weapon placements.
It's like they're scared to be aggressive.
They didn't put down the boom shot early. They did a lot of nades. Very hesitant kind of weapon placements.
It looked like that old school EU placement, weapon placement that
we saw in Season 1.
That was just trash all the way around. And they were playing scared. And I was like, why? Like, you guys have fought for boom on Pistons plenty of times and won those fights on that B hill. You guys placed boom in Coast and fought that plenty of times and won that.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've seen them place it on statue. I just think they kind of, found themselves in a hole with those weapon placements, and they just kind of said, hey, let's just roll with it for the rest of the game, and that was just a bad move.
Well, you're talking about what is Fable going to do this time. I mean, first off, they're going to capture hills like Craze missed out on. I mean, it's those small things, because they would have been up around. They would have still been playing this map. So they have to fix, the small problems in order to beat a team like Ghost. Ghost, they're firing on all cylinders, man. Winning gunfights. They're winning not only 1v1s, but these big fights that Fable, that they do well with.
Yeah.
Honestly, that mental mistake was massive, especially in the momentum, because it was pretty even up until then, and there was a guaranteed win. And we've seen a couple of those moments throughout the tournament, but you can't go in that situation where you just forget to cap the hill. Yes, your teammates are going to need you on the other side of the map.
My question is, no, where else did he have to be? He had nowhere else to be in that situation.
Exactly, you capped the hill.
Everybody else was dead.
But one thing we're talking about weapon plays, but what I don't understand is Fable, you guys talking about they're scared. Why would you stray away from the strategies that led you here? You're doing this against Optic, you're doing this against Ronin, you're doing it against all these teams, but for some reason in our grand finals, you're putting frags where you would normally put boom shots.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Before we head into map 2 to see if Fable can go ahead and make a comeback, we're going to see you soon after this short video from Fable.
This Fable roster is definitely the best roster in EU. For our team, I feel like there's a great amount of pressure from the EU scene as a whole. they're kind of relying on us to like represent the whole EU scene. It is a lot of pressure, but I don't think it's something we'll fold under.
A lot of EU teams look up to us, so it's like a pride. All 5 of us really want to win. If Fable was to take home a trophy, I definitely feel EU teams will get more driven into the community and get more players into the community.
Coming to this event, a lot of people are sleeping on us, and it does motivate our team to do better. The key to victory for us, I feel like, is we turn up, we play our best, and making as little mistakes as we can. Especially when we come to these LAN events against international teams, we represent the whole team. And that's our main goal. We're trying to perform, and we want to be the best.
Fable is determined to win this event.
They have a ton of guys rooting for him.
They do have a ton of people rooting for them, and like they said, they got the region on their backs.
Oh yeah.
But they have received a lot of love from Europe. Europe is so proud of them, and
I'm
how
proud
far,
of them.
yeah, and how we all are, and how far they've came. And Fable is finding themselves in these new situations every single time. You get top 4 for the first time in Mexico City. They come here, they make it to their first finals, but these new situations, they're learning from them. You know what I'm saying? They're learning from them, and we're watching them grow.
You just got to be able to reset, though, as well. That's one thing I want to see them do. Like, we talked about how that blunder just led to a downfall of Fable and the rest of that map after Craze forgetting to cap it. You just got to be able to reset, forget that happened, and just move on.
Yeah, we're going to have to see them play a little carefree. You know, they're second-guessing themselves, but we're heading into map 2 on Live. Ghost gaming against Fable. PR and Blaze, take it away.
All right, folks, this may be our last map of our grand finals. Make some noise. Let us know who you want to win this matchup. Ghost Gaming, 7 rounds away. Fable, they got a long road ahead of themselves. They're down 1-0 in the map count. They need to win 4 more maps if they want to win this event. It's going to be a tough one, but if anybody can do it, it's definitely these boys.
Yeah, we see the opening strategy coming out. Neither player really fighting towards the flat. Rush is going wide. Craze going to take him out. Catch him slipping right there. And Craze doing what he can to get another one, but that's going to get Identity. He's finally going to win that one. So the initial looks like it's going to go over to Fable, and he's going to keep the train rolling, taking out Ribs as well. So the first B-Hill, neutral hill, is going to go in favor of Fable.
Now Prim is trying to fight for this power position top rock, but he's going to get pinched. He should have some help coming in a little bit to assist him. They're trying to work on his kill. He's going to back up, regroup with his teammate. Going to rejoin the fight, looking to get in this engagement. Sleepy Time gets one, Rushy gets one as well. Now Ghost Gaming trying to back up. Prim still managed to find a kill. He's looking for another one as well. Can he get this engagement? He goes down. Rushy's got something to say about it, but here comes Felty. Just pretty much just 2 engagements in this one, but both teams going to have Fable. They still have this 2-hill setup. Ghost Gaming is just pushing across. They're trying to get control over both these home hills.
Definitely see, I always talk about lift and where the power position is on lift. It is going to be in these game runs. This shouldn't happen if you have somebody crossing for you, but Hydrone and the rest of Fable are going to keep it up. Out on the side, so it does look like Ghost Gaming's going to take advantage of that as Rushy gets 2 nasty kills, and they're already pushed up and pressuring. So one opportunity to touch. The first one coming to come out. That's going to be Marsh. He gets the touch and the kill. So it does look like Fable's going to prolong this round just for a little bit longer. It's up to Ghost Gaming, and they're actually going to move around, try and position themselves and keep the pressure on. 2 members of Fable are down on the map. Revive coming out. Identity's picking up 1 kill. Auto down again on Craze. He's going to take it out by Identity. That's 2 for him, and they're going to keep the pressure up right now as they're going to threaten for the triple cap eventually, and that's Identity getting that 3rd down. Speedy going to clean that one up, and they're just not stopping Blaze. They're going to continue on at one point or another. That was 5 dead for Fable, and I don't think anybody's going to get the touch. Round number 1 going to Ghost.
Idennis went big towards the end of that one. And if you guys have been following the scene, Idennis, he was on pretty much our Ronin roster last year on that best Latin American squad. And in Season 2, he decided, hey, you know what? He got that offer from Ghost. He says, you know what, let me move to the States. Let me join Ghost Gaming. He wanted to win a championship. That's why he just, you know, he left his boys, he uprooted and left. And the Latin American region has shown him, still shown him so much love. We've seen in Mexico City when he was in the finals, the entire venue cheering for him. and he is just trying to pull this in for Latin America, and he's playing well so far in his finals.
Yep, and one more thing, this guy is passionate, but I want to point out Speedy. He did not die in that first round. He down 0 time dead, so he's playing smart. But going into our next round, Fable chooses to block off that plat side, not trying to force any fights up there. She's always finds a way to that's his style. If you know that on the side of Fable, you would probably use that to your advantage. She's actually back home, so even though he does play with a head down, he knows when to turn it on, knows when to turn it off, going for an up-A reaction shot. Hydro taking him out. It's all tied up with a 2v2 here in the B hill. Ray's taking out Ribs, and now it's a 2v1 on Identif. Identif is going to fall for dead for Ghost Gaming, so Fable looking strong in round number 2.
Yeah, Speedy's just trying to, he's, I won't say he's overextended on his opponent's home hill. He's just trying to get that decap and get it covered to just make sure that he prevents that domination until his teammates can respawn. He may get away. He's actually going to go down. Rushies joins the fight with him as well, and Rushies and Speedy does die in that engagement. So Ribs trying to hold off the push across towards his home hill, but Fable's able to take him out. They get the revive. Fable still does not have control over their home hill. They do have the neutral. The captain up now. A is being decapped, and they get this domination. Can it go through? Can anybody from Ghost stop it? Speedy's going to make it in time, and he takes out Sleepy. And he takes out Filthy. Sleepy falls as well. Speedy goes down. Ghost Gaming, they managed to survive this engagement. They will have another breath of life in this round, and they will be able to make it out of their spawn.
Getting that down on Ribs. Poked him right there for to stay alive, but Rushies going to back kill. Now he's pushing across. Does not know Hydro's there to get the back A, taking out Rushies. Rushies going to continue. Speedy taking out Hydro. This is just non-stop action between these two teams.
It really is, and you love to see it, PR. Just nothing but engagement. And both these teams knowing when to fight, knowing when not to fight. They're trying to regroup with their team. Oh, Phelps, he couldn't clean up that kill, but he's going to leave it all up to Crim. Crim taking a lot of damage. Ghost is playing it smart, taking it out wide. Crim's going to fall, and now the neutral hill isn't kept up at anybody. Fable does have a slight lead, and now their home hill is going to start getting decapped. The smokes come out, and the pinch is coming through. Mars kicks out Speedy. Sleepy falls as well. Big double by him, and now he's trying to push across, get it Ghost game room, but he's going to fall. Actually trades out with Identifs in that one, and the home hill of Ghost will go back in favor of Fable.
Yep, see A is being capped, C was decapped. They do have the lead, so it's a good opportunity for Fable to start making moves, but in my opinion, maybe you switch it up and go for B, but if you already have the setup like they do, say don't listen to me, stay for A, make sure you cross them out, don't let them cap. This is where you have all the opportunity in the world to do whatever you want. It's 4 to 5 members of Fable are set up. They're set up for the double home hill setup. This is not something you typically see.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the push through control room? Somebody kind of pushed that back lines, and that's what Identif's did. He's going to get some late help from Speedy, but those two working the home hill of Fable is going to buy Ghost time to come off a respawn. But they left it wide open based off their setup. Nobody was looking in that direction. He shouldn't have been able to get up there for free.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. Whoever that was that stayed back and was on the sunny hill, that's whose job it was to watch for something like that and make sure you don't get flanked. Make sure you can see it. You can see it when you get to your dead zone.
Exactly. He was trying to look across the map with his lance to help his teammates out. But he got 4 people. You need to make sure you watch their flank. But Mark's going to get some more kills, and that's going to be another, pretty much a wipe. That's 4 down for Ghost. 5 down for Ghost. The B hill just needs to get decapped when somebody pushes across the map. But Fable will be able to close this one out. I don't see Ghost coming off the spawn and making it over. And I'm pretty sure they're just spawn. They know what's up. They know they can't get across the map in time. Fable's going to tie this one up 1-1.
Similar opening to what we saw in map number 1, where it was back and forth, back and forth. Fable falling off in the second half. Let's see if they can continue it in map number 2. You see those kills. Crazed 13 kills, so maybe he did reset, just like I was saying. Put that first map behind you and move on. Boom shot coming out from Ghost.
So I'm happy, you know, because when I saw the block by Fable, I was initially kind of scared for a moment here, like, okay, so you're going to block platform. You got some talented in your team, but we kind of see that fight goes down. And but we are going to get the boom shot on deck, so that's going to force at least 4 members from each team to contest for this boom shot. We'll see who comes out on top. Smokes are falling out everywhere. We'll see which team can get in and get that break ice kill, and it's going to go in favor of Fable. They take down Sleepy. Now, you just need to be patient, cross with your teammates. You guys have a man advantage to pick up the boom shot.
Fight going on, 3 deaths for Ghost Gaming. Make that 4 as Identities fall. Ribs is across the map. That's going to be Phelpsy with the boom shot. So another good start for Fable here in our map number 2. I want to stay on board Phelpsy. I do think he's going to be the one to make the play, but it might slow down for just a little bit as well as Ghost Gaming needs to figure out what they're going to do, what their strategy is. If they are going to play for home, they need to make sure they push the gamer, but guess who's in the game with Phelpsy with that boom shot?
All right, that's going to be a hard one to push. And Phelpsy does things to kill on rushies. He got aggressives, but he killed himself. I don't know who was pushing him, but that boom shot did not connect with anybody. So boom shots will be out of play. Ghost Gaming trying to come out of their spawn. They got to deal with people in their game one. They're going to have one member fall. Crazy is trying to get another one. Yes, he will. That's a big double kill for him. Now, but still, Ghost Gaming, they still have the 2 hills set up BR. They're starting to decap this home hill now. Fable, they need to be, smart with this. They're probably going to take B, but I think they're going to lose the final boss for that B hill, and that's Identis taking down Hydro.
You know, I want to give it to Identity with that angle. That's a known angle for the most part, a lot of people. So if you're new to Gears of War and you got another angle, but you want these angles because Identity grinds this game.
Yeah.
It may not necessarily be 100% practice, but this guy is on scrimming with his team, doing his full practice with his team, and then he gets off and then he streams for his viewers and everything, playing wagers and things like that afterwards. So he clocks in a lot of time in Gears, and those are the things you find out, angles like that.
Rushy's got to be patient. Even though Identis got that down, that doesn't give you the right to push that one, That's in a difficult spot. You got all these members looking for you. Rushy's is going to have to make up for it, and he cannot. And he falls in that one. 2 members down on Ghost Gaming. Domination coming through. Marsh looking for another kill. He does not save his teammate, but they get the kills on the board. Up to Ribs. Can he go big for Ghost Gaming? Trying to roll out. He gets one. Can't get the next, and he did not buy his. May have brought him enough time. Identis, he goes down as well, and Fable goes up 2-1. And you got to credit, credit that loss to Rushies in a sense, because even though Identis got the down, it's the guy on the short stairs to the left. It's another guy in the spawn. You think they're just going to magically let you up A in there and clean up the kill? No.
Exactly. Take your time. You can even use that down and kill somebody else, because even though he's not dead, he can't do anything to you. So you can count him as dead until he taps up. So use the down to bait out a kill in that sense. So you don't have to necessarily head down and get thirsty for these kills. Just take your time. You're already up in momentum for the most part. You have a map under your belt, and then you're in fights like this that suit you as well.
I would have rather him push the guy on the short stairs or try to double lamp that guy down once again. What I did is to try to force Fabe's hand to make him move out of that spawn. But Botox can be picked up by both teams. Let's see. The boom shot is still in play. Hydro breaks sights on Red. See, that's a fight that he won on top of the B hill. Sleepy Time is going to get another one. So Hydro gets 2 over there as well, and that's in control room. So he has that sight line on top of the boom shot to help his teammates, but he needs to win another engagement. He can't do it. That's going to be 3 members down for Fable. Ooh! Boom shot picked up by Ghost, but Phelpsy was waiting for him. Now that boom shot's on the ground, he's going to have to take care of the guy from top rock. But Ghost Gaming, they already at a spawn. They get that Lancers. They're waiting for Phelpsy to up 8, and somebody's going to have something waiting for him around that corner.
If you look at the score, Fable trailing roughly 40 points, give or take. Now,
they smoke the boom to go try to quick pick it. Refreshing does find it. He tries to connect that shot off the end, but that boom shot, so when the power weapons are on the ground, they disappear after 30 seconds. So that Rushy's picking it up and dying again. That 30-second timer is going to be reset, so a team can still go and get that one boom shot that's up on the ground. Ribs gets 1, but he's going to fall.
Ribs almost with 2 kills with his back against the wall, able to fight off Phelpsy. Down him on the or the sound coming out for just a moment. So Ghost Gaming is on both sides of the map, possibly trying to close in and sandwich the members of Fable. This is where things tend to, I'm not going to say slow down, but not be as hectic as they once were in the beginning of the rounds. Stay alive, go for a kill. Monster stop that one. Ribs and Rushy and Identity. Members alive for Ghost, and Ribs taking out Marshall. Ribs and Marcy showing up here to play.
Rocking that full Ghost Gaming skin. The weapon skin and the character skin as well, but he's going to get in and decap his B hill. Ghost Gaming does have a 50-point lead so far in this matchup. They don't have control over that home hill. We got boom shot spawning up in 28 seconds. Fable is set up with a home hill set up. So we'll see how does Ribs want to break in through the back, but he's trying to, you know, distract these guys. And Fable, you know, they kind of evolved from the last time the setup happened. They got one guy watching his spawn. We'll see who wins the engagement. Ribs probably should have flanked all the way through to his spawn on that occasion.
I agree there. Flank to his spawn or maybe try to get position on the Denzel, but Sleepy taking out Ribs, his own teammate, but he makes up for it as he takes out Hydron. Boom shot is about to be up. And if I'm Sleepy, I just decap and go for it. That's exactly what he's going to do right there. That's going to be what Marsh trying to stop him. Speedy's going to take him out. Prim, one of the only members alive, with the Bulltalk, taking down Speedy. Not picking up the kill just yet, but turns and gets the kill on Sleepy time. Phelps going to clean up Speedy, and that's going to be Krim with the next boom shot spawn. But they do need a triple cap. They need to keep the pressure up. Rushies, Identiv need to prolong and play this as long as possible.
Rushies versus Hydron. Can Hydron go big? He's getting pinched, but he manages to find one. Trying to stay alive so his teammate can get there. Marsh is going to join him in that engagement. And things happen. All right, so we'll see who wins that round. Let's take a look at their faces.
All right.
And see how this engagement happens. And it looks like Speedy is pissed. All right, so there we go. We're going to have Fable take that round and go up. Ghost Gaming, we'll see if they can stay focused in this one. Maybe we can get our roaming cam once again. You know, I would love to see the screen of Crazed. What about you, PR?
I would love to see Crazed. Maybe he can get behind. Let's see Marsh. Maybe Crazed and Marsh.
Yeah.
Depending on the angle. Let's see who deserves a raise here today.
Yep, we'll see who. Whichever one it is. But they're going to be well into that next round. So Fable is currently leading 3-1. And we'll see how it is. There you go. We're about to get it for you guys. He's moving on over there. Moving on over. See that screen.
He's saving us here again.
Yeah, he really is. All right, but, you know, exciting grand final so far. And we apologize about that technical difficulty for you guys at home. You know, things happen. But as we can see, both these teams are still playing. Ribs is communicating very aggressively. Uh-oh, Speedy, he's upping his communication as well. Sleepy's looking good. Rib, you can see the look in his eyes. Crazed, the blank stare. Marsh, the confusion. Uh-oh. Look like some kills is coming through for Fable.
I feel like Marsh is going off just the way he's moving right now.
Yeah, the intensity, the stare.
He's being really vocal as well.
Yes, he is. Oh, Marsh he's turning up. He gotta be. You don't see him get this excited too often, folks. Phelpsy, he's upping his communication as well. Ribs looking left, looking right. I think he just died. Yep. He's looking through the death count, trying to help his teammates out. Now he's engaging. I can almost see the screen through his eyeballs.
If you guys don't know, everyone plays claw, everyone plays paddles. If you look at Speedy right now, he's one of the few thumbs players.
Yeah, you see how fast he moves. That's such a, you know, that's very hard to do. Few players can do it. I know Demo can, I know Kenny can. That's that regular grip. Uh-oh, Speedy, he's getting aggressive. I don't know if that's because he's losing or winning.
Lots of body movement. He's in an intense fight. You got to think you're in an intense fight if there's lots of body movement.
Yeah, you really, especially when I've always been a player that twitches. When I snipe, I never realized it until one of our, old Gears War players, Arctic, he let me know. He's like, yo, Blaze, you always twitch when you snipe. I always just feel like I'm kind of like in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see a lot of players, they just, when they go for a chunk or they go for that shot, you see them lean forward.
Look at Marsh's body movement. You see how he's just moving like he's pissed. His hand's not on the controller. He's definitely dead. We'll see. Ribs. Oh, yeah.
Look at Phelpsy. Look at Phelpsy's hands going. He died too right there, though.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a Ghost Gaming round. Speedy's thumbs are moving very aggressively, folks. Okay, he's doing big plays. Speedy, Sleepy time, he's turning up as well. I think Ghost Gaming should be coming out on top with this one. Uh-oh, I hear a domination coming through for who? Let's find out soon. We know that Fable is currently up 3-1 in this matchup. Yeah, Marsh is in the game, folks. 100%, I believe it. He is definitely in the game.
Marsh, it looks like intense. You got three members, Phelpsy, Craze, and Marsh just being real good. On the other side, Ribs probably calling a lot of plays in rotation.
I would still love our RF cam to look at one of these screens. I think that would be fantastic. Uh-oh, I hear a lot of gunshots.
Somebody's winning by time right now. That's what that side is.
Crazy.
Yep, he gave it up to us.
Yeah, he was like,
another Ghost Gaming round is what it looks like just by the faces.
He's like, that can't happen. All right. Okay, he's dropping it. What's up with Ghost? I don't know. I can't tell that reaction from the screen. I don't know if that's an in or an L or what. I hear boom shots. There we go. Yeah, that's the Ghost Gaming round, folks. That's the Ghost Gaming round. So Fable was up 3-1. Now it is 2-3, but still in favor of Fable. We're going into a round 6.
20-second respawn. This is basically execution.
Yeah, and we know that the boom shot was on the map beforehand. In the first half, you really can't take the weapon. So we will know who wins this next map a little bit early on, just based off on how high the respawns are. All right, let's see. Now, if you're just joining us, Ghost Gaming is up 1-0, and they are just 5 rounds away from being your new UGC Vegas champions. All right. Let's go.
Okay, back into the face cam.
Yeah, let's go. Like, who's making plays, PR? Help me out here.
I see Sleepy Time. I see a lot of movement and yelling from Sleepy Time. Even Rush
Speedy's leading. Oh, Speedy's screaming call out. He's leading this to the screen. And he actually kind of does like a little shoulder lean inward.
Yeah, Sleepy, I feel, Speedy actually died right there. I saw like the red glare on his face. From
yeah, like he does like this little shoulder lean inward, like he's like square up with me. I dare you. All right.
Well, I think that was a Mark's pickup.
Okay. Okay. Boom is picked up. Okay, we're somewhat in the game. There we go. Let's get it. Ghost Gaming trying to come out with the domination, but the Sea Hill will be decapped by Fable. They will stay into this round. Ghost Gaming, so they kicked off this round and they pretty much dominated it. All right. So they're looking good. Nade's coming out. Ghost Gaming does even out the odds, and it is 3-3, folks.
So lots of back and forth action, just like we've seen in map number 1. You might not have seen it too much here, but we're all tied up here 3-3. As long as somebody doesn't make a blunder, I can still see this going back and forth, maybe eventually around 13.
All right, folks, all those weapons will be wiped off the map. Even game. Ghost Gaming just 4 rounds away from winning their first championship.
Speedy, 28 kills,
That's
135
now we know why he did the little shoulder lean, okay? He was turning up on everybody. 28 kills on the board. Let's see what's going to happen in this opening engagement. Folks, it is halftime, so these kills will swap as well. In this engagement. Now, PR, tell us a little bit about halftime.
Everything gets swapped off the hills get swapped, everything gets wiped off the mat, and the respawn timers go back down to 10 seconds. So it's a good opportunity to reset and get back into the game. As we see on board, Identities, he's actually running around the map, doing a little bit of everything, being the reason why ooh, no, that's actually been a decap from somebody, but they actually didn't decap it all the way, so that's going to be a triple cap for Ghost Gaming.
There you go. And so, folks, yeah, so he didn't decap it right away, so the hill just filled up very, very quickly. You don't get the domination timer on that one as well either. So Ghost Gaming, they take that round. They go up 4-3, taking these last 2 rounds in a row. Fable on the first weapon placement. Do they put the boom shot back on deck? The Botox? Okay. So they're going to put the Botox down. Phelps, he loves it. Idennis love it. They say, hey, you know what? Let's keep rocking with it. And that's cool because you know what? You play to your team's strengths when it comes down to weapon placements.
Yep, exactly that. Next round, going out, Botox for Fable. You know, most teams put something, you know, like you said, something they're good with right now. But Phelps, I haven't really seen him use the Bolt Talk too much, you know, from my own experience.
Yeah.
I know he does pick it up, but I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah.
So how good is he with it?
He got some clutch plays with it early on. You know, we saw the big play on Speedy. And I was in Sleepy Town with the headshot that he was trying to pick up on. And you know what? He's been very aggressive with it, firing off very accurately. And the Botox, you get hit with one shot, you're pretty much full red at that point. And you're one shot from going down. And he's firing it very, very aggressively, also very accurate as well. And, you know, folks, when you're shooting a weapon like that, it's good to be in cover when you're shooting. Why? Because you're going to have a smaller reticle. Even if you just have a piece of your back uncovered, your shot's going to be a lot more accurate. That's kind of what we see him do a little bit in that situation. But Rib's going to fall. Sleepy's going to go down as well. This home hill should go in favor of Fable. We'll see what they can do. They don't have the neutral just yet.
This is actually the longest I've ever seen it without being capped. Trying to make it work.
My question is, why is it capped?
Neither team. I don't know. early on, it was a little bit of a stalemate, and that's exactly what it is. So Speedy and Sleepy have top rocks. The other 2 members of Fable are actually trapped in the bottom. Marsh taking some shots from Speedy at the top. I want to see him get somebody random, maybe Brushies go in and pick up those final kills, but it's going to be 3 members of Fable on this side of the map, so I do expect a push to come out with them, but on the other side, Ghost Gaming are set up with a defense, somebody in the mid. Ideniv's all by himself. If anybody's going to be able to anchor the map by themselves, it's going to be Ideniv's.
We are in round 8, so there is only 1 power weapon on the map, and that's Botox, and both teams are going to have maybe 2 in their arsenal, because that's the second respawn coming up. So we'll see what type of push Ideniv's wants to do through mid-map control room. He's going to have some help from Ribs as well. But Hydrone, he's there, he's waiting for him, he's going to push him back. The E-Hill will get capped up. He's going to have Marsh push through, take down Rushy. Marsh going to get another one as well. He's looking for a third. Can he get Ideniv's? Ideniv's trapped between 2 Fable members. Yes, he does. He gets 3. Looking for a 4th, and Phelpsy takes out Speedy. This should be a domination in favor of Fable. They're going to have to connect with Rushies, though. He's going to run in. He's going to have some help as well.
This is where it's a good opportunity for Fable right now. They have 2 hill lead. They know they don't need to die for that hill as well. They know Ghost Gaming is going to be forced to make a push. Maybe a split push depending on how long it takes them to make things happen. And that's going to be Sleepy being aggressive towards the game room right there. And he's going to be taken out. So 3 members of Ghost Gaming fall. Another triple cap coming out. Ideniv's falling as well. So Ribs is the only member alive. He's actually taken out. So Fable capturing the hills and winning round number 4 to tie it up here.
Yeah, Fable knew they wasn't going to get that one. My fault, not Fable. Ghost Gaming knew they wasn't going to get that one. But Fable, they turned up towards the end. They stayed consistent in that one. They made the plays. And you know what? It was a certain point where, you know, I love it when you kind of just slow down and reset, you know? Slow down, reset, wait for that prime opportunity to make a play. They found it when Ghost Gaming got aggressive. They'll take those neutral hills. And Ghost Gaming, they want the boom shot on deck, and that's exactly what we're going to get. So far, this is pretty much getting set up the same way it was in the first half. And these teams split the first half 3-3. This one may go the distance.
You know, like they say, scared money don't make money. It's Ghost Gaming not scared to drop that boom shot. They love that in-your-face action. We're going to have 4 over towards the deck, 1 capping hill for each team. This is where the action is going to go down. We're going to jump on board Speedy. Dennis did get the Bolt-Hog as well, so this is a good opportunity for Ghost right here. Speedy's just baiting out this boom shot, stepping in the hill, letting the team know I'm in there, but he's faking it. So it's great plays by him. Dennis actually going to get the boom shot, putting a team, taking out Phelpsy, but Speedy taken out by Marsh. Dennis with a huge double kill with the boom shot, 4 dead, 4 Fable. So this is a good opportunity for them to pressure this home hill. They know Krim has to come to them, or at least find a hill if they begin to threaten, and he's going to go across the Ghost Gaming side of the map. He's actually bounces out of the hill for a second, does get the decap, but backs are against the wall. Boom shot still in possession of Ideniv's. I don't know if he has any more, but he does have the Bolt-Hog. Probably one of the best Bolt-Hogs in Gears of War right now. Ribs, Marsh trading, so backs up against the wall. Still Fable, Ghost racking up points, and they're going to pull away with it and force Fable to make push after push until they get their own triple cap.
They got to push out. They got to get to this home kill. They're going to be able to stop the domination from coming through for now, but the kill is coming out. The duo, Speedies, Rushies, they pick up 3, and Ghost Gaming gets another round on board. Folks, they are 2 rounds away from winning Gears Vegas.
First-time champions besides Ribs. He's been here before. Fable, #1 team in Europe.
I like that hat.
Which one?
The Ghost Gaming hat, the Speedy got, the Sleepy got on.
Oh, the dad hat?
Yeah, that's pretty fly. I like dad hats. All right.
Attention, Ghost Gaming. We have some people in the crowd that might want to buy some.
Yeah, all right. We ain't going to say no names. All right.
Please.
Hammer Burst about to go down. That's what it's looking like. Yes, it is. Okay. Ghost Gaming 2 rounds away. Fable, they got a long road ahead of them. They need to win 4 maps. 4 maps. And this is the 3rd time in which they played Ghost Gaming. The first series went 2-1. The second one was 2-0, all in favor of Ghost Gaming. And this one is looking like a 2-0 once again. But it's a little bit too early to tell on this one. This is one of Fable's best maps, folks. But they're going to have to turn up now.
Marsh being the aggressor. Usually you like to see something pick up, and that's going to be Phelpsy with the boom. He's going to get it. Marsh is going to die as well. So Phelpsy trying to even up the odds here. 4v4. Phelpsy is down. Is anybody able to clean it up? Krim's going across, taking out are getting taken out by Speedy and Rushies. Rushies with a huge double kill. Boom shot is dead. Hydro, the last member alive, trying to make things happen. Taking out Rushies. Full red. He's going to keep it going. Speedy backing up, narrowly escaping with his life. Marsh, last member alive for Fable. He's trying to keep his team alive. The respawns are getting longer. Marsh is taken out as well. So Fable, they're going to push towards their own home run. They need to get these taps. It's all down to the wire here. 3 members of Ghost trying to go for the cap. Krim gets the tap, gets the touch. Ghost Gaming actually chooses to back off and reset, but Speedy getting that kill on Phelps and being taken out for himself. Rushes on the other side of the map, getting that Boltok. You can shoot that Boltok across the map and get damage. Ribs, again, is keeping the pressure as well, and they're going to finally back off and reset here, so they know it's up to Fable.
Hydro pushes through. He takes out Rib. He's able to get another one. Ghost Gaming, just when it looks like they were about to go to match point, Fable finds a way to counter them. Now, as they all try to scurry away, the kills will get picked up for Fable. Rushy may be the last man standing in this engagement. He's trying to hold out top rock, using that Botox to get those shots in on Phelpsy, but he's going to finally go down. This neutral hill should get capped up in favor of Fable, and Fable's also on top of the home killer Ghost, but they're taking a lot of damage, and they're also backing out as well. Hydron is in a bad spot.
Yeah, with Speedy on the other side of the map. He knows he needs to push out. His hill is not captured just yet because Fable is keeping that pressure on. Hydro finally going down to the dead zone, but somebody's in the control room trying to save him. They're not going to be able to. As Speedy cleans up that kill, ends up in another fight against Marsh, but Marsh going across. He's trying to pick up the kill on Identivs, and Identivs is going to be saved by Speedy. Huge play by Identivs to blow up that smoke just in time. Ribs is going to trade off some kills as well. Rushies making it happen on the other side of the map. 4 dead for Fable, and that's going to be Identivs pressuring it, getting the tap on the hill. He's staying in, trying to make sure they know they have to go for it. Rushes with the boom shot. I can see him rotating over and getting that boom shot into position to clear the members of Fable out. So Ghost Gaming resetting yet again.
Ghost Gaming, they say, hey, we're pulling away with this lead. They probably could have forced it. I think they may have had somebody behind enemy lines or something where they just wasn't comfortable. But now they're going to reset and, you know, just to kind of go back on that little smoke play by Identivs. If you feel like you're going to go down, swap to your smoke if you have it, because that way, as that guy approaches you, you can detonate it in your hand, stun him, and maybe buy yourself enough time to tap up or for a teammate to get in position to help you.
Yep, time is ticking, time is ticking. Fable. They need to make this play, but Rushy's hiding up here.
You know, Rushy's is going to wait for one of these guys to push across and try to decap this E-Hill, and that way he has 2 booms. He's in a prime spot. This is the highest point on the map. He has 2 boom shots. They're trying to smoke him and get an angle. Fable trying to get the Botox shot. And they're going to let the first one go through.
Oh, no, that's where you shoot it, Rushy. That's a double kill right there if you were to shoot the boom shot. What's going to happen here? He shoots it finally. Getting that kill on Phelps. He does have an opportunity here still. He's just watching it happen. He's being sneaky. He knows he needs the decap right there, so shoots one. Now it's Crazer's turn. He needs to save the round. He does get the decap, but he gets the kill, but it's just not enough. The damage was done on the side of Ghost Gaming, and they're on series point right here. So Fable, they need to pull it together for 3 straight rounds, and this is their last weapon placement if they are going to do that.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Maybe some nades, maybe some incense, or if they're feeling real spicy, they're going to look towards the other side of the map on top of that maintenance. Maybe it's put a nades top rock or maybe a block top rock. Let's see. Hovering over it now. It's between maintenance and top rock. They're not concerned about control room at all. And they're looking towards the maintenance, and they're going to put a sniper down.
So if I'm either team here, I kind of don't want to play for quick picks. I want to play more so for kills or playing defense on the boom shot, depending on what you see. Because if he picks up that sniper uncontested, you know, we saw Ribs go off with the end bar to get it uncontested round after round. If they do something like that, that's going to allow them to get free shots across the room.
I think this was a Hydron versus Ribs fight. Ghost Gaming quick audible. They're going to send Ribs in control room. They're going to try to push 5 through to clean this up. They're going to have the man advantage. Snipe also not being picked up just yet. Fable, they got the intel, and they're also going to back down and try to assist and help from the Ghost Gaming people that are flanking them. Rushies goes down. Phelpsy gets another kill on Ribs. So man advantage in favor of Fable. And they're going to push through control room, trying to get the flank on Speedy.
18-second respawns. Each one of these kills are very crucial as they need Fable to put their numbers to use. Boom shot's still up. No, you have a 5 or 4v2 advantage. One of them is closely response, so you've got a 4v3. You need to continuously use numbers to get numbers. Now Boom shot's going to be in control of Fable. They are threatening with a triple cap, and they're not letting that happen again as Marsh calls for his teammate to come back. for the moment is going to be stopped by rushes. He takes out Hydron.
That wasn't a bad play. But he didn't want to commit to it. He says, hey, step back, go for the 2-cap. And that's, we'll see. I'm 50-50 on that one. Yeah, what you think you should have done?
I agree with you on that one. It's kind of hard to think of those split-second decisions right now. As Marsh taking out Speedy, though. Krim getting one as well. 18-second respawns. You have all the time in the world to use your 5v3 and eventually take out the next members of Ghost, where you can't tunnel vision and you need to make these moves quick. Rush taken out by Marsh with the boom shot, so that's more members of Ghost Gaming dead. But like I said, you have to keep going. As long as you let them respawn, that's going to keep them into the game. Use your numbers to get numbers.
Stay on the home hill, and this is one of those situations where you can fight on top of that home hill, and big kills by Marsh. Fable gets another one on the board. 2 rounds away from forcing a game 3.
They can do it. The boom shot is already out. I don't see anything being placed that's going to counteract that boom shot fight besides the sniper that's already down. Because if you place it on top rocks, you place it in control room, it's going to be roughly 30 seconds before it even comes into play. So by that time, usually the initial is already over.
Ooh, they're going to put a twerk bow top rock for Speedy. And this is good because the simple fact is that you win the initials, you can get the torque bow as well. So by the time you win a fight, you get a boom shot. That torque bow spawn opens up 45 seconds into the map, and that's probably about the amount of time it's going to take to win that team fight for boom shot. You pick up the torque bow, now you have 2 explosive power weapons. Those home hills in the open, it makes it harder for your to kind of push through and break that. The respawn time is not going to be on 18+ seconds, so if Ghost Gaming can win this engagement, they will win this round and win an event.
Not quite aggressive toward Boom. Either team rushing still on Hydra. Pretty sure he might have bumped the round through open. That's exactly what he did. But Krim with the sniper in hand, nowhere to be found in the initial fight right there. At least the physical fight is crazy. Getting 2 quick kills on Sleepy and Rushies, making it happen. Boom shot is still in play. This is where I expect them with 20-second respawns to put the pressure up. Whether you're going to grab the boom shot with a quick pick or take out Identif, but it needs to happen now. The Craze pushing up, bouncing around. You can't get too close for a chunk, but you need to be able to put that consistent damage down. But Identif is running around and keeping these members of Fable chasing him.
Oh, so the smoke goes down, so they can't get the boom shot. He wasn't able to get him. Hydron is able to roll out. That was I want to say a shotgun headshot by Phelps. The torque bow is still in play as well.
Ooh, that one was close. He threaded the needle with that one.
That's going to be 2 members down of Ghost Gaming. Still 1 boom shot in hand. The torque bow has also not been picked up yet either. All right, Fable is going to be on top of this home hill. Going to take out Ribs as well. Domination coming through. Speedy is the next one up. Oh, we may actually be going to a round 13.
Map point for Fable. Series point for Ghost. Backs against the wall, making a little bit of a comeback.
All comes down to this one, at least for Ghost Gaming. Well, not for Ghost. For Fable, yeah.
Once again, though, I don't think whatever you place there is going to make any bigger difference. 22-second respawns, usually, you lose the initial, it's over.
Because, if you lose the initial, the first hill in which you have to be aggressive for is that home hill, which is in that dead zone, big open space. We got a lot of heavy power weapons on the map. It's just not a feasible location. So here we go. I see 4 members from each team. Able to have a person in control room for that cross. The boom shot quick pick comes through. Ghost Gaming rolls back with it. A member goes down for Fable. The boom's going to be in the hand of Identitas. He's looking for that kill. He's watching the flank and he catches Hydro. Looking for the next one. It's going to be a man, 2, 3, 4 members down of Fable. Ghost Gaming can Krim clutch up, win the fight against Rib. Ribs is scurrying away, trying to regroup with the teammate. Krim, he needs to get Identitas. He survives the boom shot. He goes down and Ghost Gaming wins Vegas.
Champions, Ghost Gaming, they've been at it for over a year trying to make this dream come true. You see the excitement on all these players' faces and they're hugging it out and letting them know this is a very passionate team. And Identiv coming all the way from Latin America with the goal of winning a championship, and he does that here.
Does that on the 3rd event in the season. Just shows that the moves that he made was great. Ghost Gaming, all their adjustments, all their preparation, it comes down to this moment. And ladies and gentlemen, Ghost Gaming are your UGC Vegas champions.
There you have it. 3 hard-fought matches from Ghost Gaming today. Winners final, though, 2 hard-fought fights from Ghost Gaming. Securing it, I think they won 4 straight rounds. 4 straight matches, 4 straight, 2-0, 2-0 to make this happen.
I'm just waiting for Ghost Gaming to hold that trophy in the air. Somebody go over there and hold that trophy for me. You guys act like y'all don't want it. Y'all worked hard for it.
They should be running up there for it.
There you go, Ribs. He's held this trophy once before. And like I said, once again, folks, ladies and gentlemen,